last night to see if he was barefoot. Is that still the case? Is he barefoot? Because I know on Facebook somebody posted a picture of these could be his shoes, or is that so he is presumed to be barefoot at this point?
What I can say is that his mom says all of his shoes are accounted for at the house. I'm not going to say that he's barefoot.
All right.
Allegedly!
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Lady Freedom here coming at you with another raw narrative. Here's a brief disclaimer for tonight's show. Let's watch.
That's ignorant! Allegedly, that's ignorant! Ignorant.
Judgment, Alfred.
Boy, you read my thoughts. You've got the shinin.
You mean shining?
Shh! You wanna get sued?
Judgment, Alfred.
You just use that shin of yours to call me and I'll come a-running. But don't be reading my mind between 4 and 5. That's Willie's time.
Hey, yo, father. I love him when he does that.
Let's watch.
Don't get me back to good bullshit.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Lady Freedom here coming at you with another raw narrative, and it's so good to see all of you today. I see a lot of people in this afternoon, and I was gonna do a morning show, but guys, I had so much research I had to like close my eyes and not look at a screen. So hey Dawn Emery, good to see you. Hey Town Chat Cafe, good to see you. Thank you for being here. And Linda Hall, thank you guys so much for the green hearts too, guys. I love seeing the green hearts in the chat. Oh, safe traveling to the school then, Linda. Oh, I hope you guys have a good afternoon with the granddaughter. And thank you for being here too. Just even in the bushes, guys. I love all the bush people too. Hey Holly S, good to see you. Thank you for the black hearts. Holly knows those are it's my thing. Hey YouTuber, good to see you. But I usually do green hearts. Hey Mama Grace, good to see Mama Grace in the house today. Thank you all for being here. Oh, and YouTuber Kimberly Brahman. I see Busy Mama. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dragons. And Freebird is here. Good to see you, Freebird. Oh, it's always good to have Freebird. And I also see YouTuber. I said YouTuber. And Detroit Rock City in the house. We also have Little Redo. Thank you, Little Redo. I was going to stop over to Little Redo's, and I didn't get a chance to stop into her live today, guys. So I would want to go over there. I love watching her, and I follow the young ladies that decide to dispose of the babies, and they're like cheerleaders and these really popular girls, and they get pregnant, then they don't want their babies. And it's not that simple. Trust me, that's it in a nutshell. But I'm always interested. And she said she's talking about that case, and I said, oh, I saw that case. When I take a break from Sebastian's case, I go to other cases. I know that's weird. It's not really a break, I guess, from true crime, but there's so much going on all the time, guys. Hey, Show Poodles, good to see you. Thank you for hitting the like button. Everyone that hits the like button, I really appreciate you guys hitting that like button. It helps the channel, the algorithm. Hey, Bliss Blessings, thank you for being here. Detroit number 12, thank you, Detroit. Thanks, guys. And I do a party at 100. Hey, Z Jolly, good to see you. Always got to think that one out. I love that name, though. That's very cool. And we have Town Chat shouting everybody out in the chat. Thank you so much for doing that. Town Chat Cafe makes everyone feel welcome, and you all are very welcome here. And so are your opinions. We kind of try to keep it a little bit open, right? We try to keep it open. So I was thinking, Town Chat Cafe, you said that you're like the Walmart greeter, but you're so nice and kind to everybody. You're more like the lady that comes up and says, like, oh, that looks so good on you, at the store when you're at the mall, and you're like, oh, you're so sweet. I'm standing in front of a mirror, but thanks, but no, I'm just teasing Town Chat. But I know you're always so welcoming in the chat. Hey, Don Emery, good to see you. Hey, Jude is here. Hey, Jude. Good to see. Hey, Jude. And hey, Jude, I need to connect with you. I finally connected with Jay from Crime Time Buzz too. I knew I had to get a hold of Jay, but I've been doing a lot behind the scenes, guys. So, and then planning too for a panel here on this show, which is, I get really nervous, and I want it to be perfect. I know it's never going to be perfect, but I would like it for it to be as close to perfect as we could get it, right? Yes, Freebird, I love it. This going over my research last night, I went over all of the pictures, all the screenshots, everything I have, and it's amazing. It all comes back to money, right? And this scenario with Sebastian Rogers' case, his story, it comes back to money for me big time. Money, money, money. Don't give me that do goody good bullshit. Quit grifting off of Sebastian's name. Also, get your asses out there. So I also was peeking in on Bullhorn Betty this morning. She did a really great live exposing some of the corruption in Sumner County. So fantastic. Did not get to finish it. Wish I was able to. But definitely go check that out. From this morning, it said like 6 hours, 7 hours ago when I was watching it. So please go check that out. Really important information. The last thing I heard, and maybe that's how it was meant to be, but the last thing that I heard was, we do realize that Chris and Katie and their search qualifications are probably even more, and I'm going to say they are more than Sheriff Craddock or any of the search teams that came out. So, but they failed to search for Sebastian. Just let that sink in for a second. And, when it blows up and blows your mind, then, let's talk about it. Because, I mean, seriously, these people are militarily trained in search and rescue efforts. Chris bragged, I was listening to a panel when he was on with Barbecue and this lady, Tammy, right? I don't know these women, but either way, he was on there, and he was talking about how he was doing search and rescue for tsunami, victims, survivors. You never know if people are still alive there, right? Some people survive horrible, horrible situations that you never think they would, right? They may need to do surgeries. They may be in the hospital for a long time, but they do recover and they survive, right? So he's looking for people who, I mean, it's largely a recovery issue, largely a recovery effort at that time, or rescue at that time. But I mean, just stop already. You're ridiculous. You look silly. I watched another one with Deception Detective and the crew that we went over, Elevated Goof's channel. And, you know, Chris said that if we would all stop speculating that he would work with Seth. Disgusting. And you don't tell anybody what to do. You have zero control over it. I'm sorry. I know that hurts your little ego. I know that's devastating to your little mini ego, your little size 10s. It's just the way it is. You don't control anything. None of us do. None of us do. You can control yourself. You can control yourself. Good to see you, TC. Thanks for being here. Hey, Chow. Good to see you, Chow. Hey, Nano. Good to see you. And Narita. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Nero V. But yeah, that's ridiculous to blame. And I'll tell you, I don't like, you know, the panelists. I don't like most of them for what they do. But I will say that Granny's Watching was like, well, why would you put that on us? Because why would you put that on us? That has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us at all. You know? You're just making up excuses. In my show yesterday, excuses. They're never going to talk to DD. They're never going to talk to the Hatfields. If they do, I'll apologize. There'll be your public apology. But do I think they're going to talk to them? No. And more so, they're not going to tell them the truth. They're going to lie their little asses off like they always do. Everybody always bashes us. That's Chris. Everybody always bashes us. You know? Like a big man baby. Hey, Lisa King. So it's like, what the hell? But anyway, I've been doing a lot of going back, right? Just going back into the case. And then when I hear these things, it makes my blood boil. Hey, Cece, good to see you. Good to have you today. And let's see who else we have. Kimberly, it was awesome enough. Did we find out if the poker game happened? BHB is great. I think the poker game did happen. I don't see why it wouldn't have, you know. And I mean, even at first, I've been to several poker parties, right, guys? It sounds terrible. I'm saying when you play Texas Hold'em, right? It's a game. It's called Texas Hold'em. You know, we may or may not have bet a little bit of money here and there, you know, for fun. I know that's probably not legal. But look, people do poker parties all the time. I mean, people have like, you know, you can buy like a whole table, the chips and everything. And that's what people had. That, you know, one of the guys had like all the stuff, right? He'd bring it and we'd have fun. We'd play, you know, have some drinks, whatever. I mean, I'm not afraid to say that I went to a poker party. I don't know what kind of poker party they had. I'm telling you about the one I was at. Okay. And it was people, you know, my boss had a bar in her, like she had a separate house, like her and her husband set it up. They had a pool table and then they had the poker room where we played. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys about it. I wasn't there. I don't know what kind of, you know, poker party it was. Cause yeah, Crispy is he's a sick little puppy. We're dealing with a sick little pooch right now, right? I don't know what kind of poker was going on, but I don't know that it was all about Hold'em. We'll just put it that way. Now, are these scheduled things that they do? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. And the person who is coming out and leaking that information out is an attention seeker. Let's just be honest. Another grifter, another, you know, don't give me your do goody good bullshit, because you're not doing it for Sebastian. You're doing it for yourself. So people give you attention. So people give you accolades. You know, that's not what I'm about. If I expose something, you best believe you guys are going to see everything I have on it. Everything I have on it. I'm not going to sit there and play around. I'm not going to sugarcoat your cookies for you, as Chris would say. No, I don't do that. Anytime I've ever come up here and had any type of a beef or anything to share with you guys, expose of anything, it's not just me running my mouth about it, right? It's not only just about what I have seen. I share with you the deets, right? Because otherwise, you know, it's true, guys. And I know that's probably more of like a trauma thing, but like, it's receipts or it didn't happen. Like, I could get up here and tell you anything. I could get up here and make up a whole story and be like, you know, I went down to the store today and, you know, there was this guy and he took my purse and I ran after him and I jacked him in the face and I got my purse back and I walked off. You know, I could make myself sound like a freaking gem. You know, I could make myself sound like, you know, a little badass over here. Look what I did today. If I don't show you any type of a, you know, video of it or anything like that, you guys could be like, okay, sure. Yeah, sure that happened. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't happen quite like that, right? We've talked about that too. It's all up to perspective. I'm not sure if the poker game ever happened. In my opinion, that information came from Terry Lynn. See, Cece knows what I'm talking about. And I do not trust her. So who knows? I can't either. I used to think that I could take Terry Lynn for her word, and she proved me to be an ass. So I hope she's proud of herself. Hey, Nano. Nano says, FYI, Mr. Feets, you do not matter to us. And what the fuck, Sebastian Rogers? Well, where the fuck is Sebastian Rogers? Okay, so, I mean, that's another thing, Nano. He thinks that he is like, you know, God's gift to women. Oh, everybody wants to talk to me. The internet's going to break. No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, come on. We want to know about Sebastian. We want to know where he is. And the biggest problem that we have is that we're dealing with two liars that know what happened. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no way. And I will take the crow. You know, your mom can make me some crow and I'll eat it with mustard, okay? But I'm here to tell you this. It's my understanding of the whole entire situation that you are not that scared little man sitting there and Katie's calling all the shots and you have no idea and you're just sticking up for her because you love her so much. Oh, he just loves his wife. And oh, men in the country in the South, they stick up for their wives. So do Yankees. So do Yankees. You know how many freaking fights I've seen in the alleyway because someone disrespected someone's wife? Are you kidding me? No. We don't play that shit up north either. So stop trying to play like the South is some kind of a secretive thing that nobody else understands unless you live there. It's not true. It's a bunch of bullshit. And you're not some guy that's just standing by his woman and doing every single thing she wants you to do because you just love her so much. You treat her like dirt, and you do that on a public platform anytime the two of you have been up there. You treat her like dirt. You try to treat her like dirt in a private situation, and she at least has enough respect for you not to disrespect you publicly. But she did certainly do it whenever it was just you and Heather Cohen and her. She said, no, that shit's not going on right now. That's not what was said. And Sunday is a school night. And she wouldn't let you pull your crap that you do with her publicly. Maybe have you ever thought, take a second just to think about the fact that maybe she's showing you some kind of courtesy or respect that you refuse to show to her? Google it, y'all. Total fraud. Totally a fraud. I don't believe nothing she says. And especially because she wanted to come out for clout. The minute that she realized in her silly little head, one thing was that she wasn't going to meet no Dog the Bounty Hunter, because Dog isn't trying to meet nobody. He's got his own things going on. He's out there getting Sebastian's name out there. That's what he's doing. He's not trying to meet Terry Lynn, of all people. Shit. And I'm sorry, this is not trying to turn into that, but I know that's who was the one that came up with that. and started going on different panels and exposing it or whatever. It's not exposing it if it's a lie. And it's not exposing it if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And it's not exposing it if you don't have any receipts. You should know that of all people coming from the community you came from. Nano says, true lady, I used to go to poker games too, or ride horses in a poker run. Yeah, exactly. They used to have like off-track betting places and all kinds of stuff, like, you know, and it's just fun, something for people to do, right? Like, it's not like people were betting like a whole bunch of money, or, you know, it's not like it ever got ugly, or like, there's nothing wrong with it, really. It's just to have fun, you know, it really is. But I don't know what type of a party that was that they were having. You know, I don't know if that was something that they usually did. And you can't get a lot of information. Have you ever asked Terry Lynn a direct question and gotten just a straight shot answer to you? Even when I was friends, I just, look, guys, I like people. I've said this a million times. I do. I like people. I accept people for who they are. You know, it's not like, oh my gosh, one little thing that I disagree with you, I'm never talking to you again. That's not how I am. I'm not like that. So, I mean, there were many red flags. We'll just put it that way. But again, you know, no one would speculate if the person we know was with him last would speak up instead of pleading the fifth. Exactly, Little Red. And that's the problem. That's what we're dealing with. That's the issue here, is that Katie is refusing to talk, and she wouldn't talk to anybody who has a good reputation. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, if somebody that was all about just wanting to have them on the show because it's a high-profile case and people are very interested and they know that there's going to be a lot of viewership involved, right? That would be completely different. It really, in my opinion, and I'm sorry guys, they're doing landscaping again today. I don't know. It was raining. I pushed my live because it rained a little bit, and now they're out there. I think they're weed eating. So if you hear like, if it sounds like, you know, I'm about to be in like a Russ Meyer movie, I'm okay. I'm all right over here. And that is not me doing any kind of effect for any type of thrill factor. It is literally the landscapers. He's a sick little pooch. Oh, hey Jude. And some of the things, guys, that Betty pulled in today, wow, about like just the level of corruption and the way that in the schools it's being allowed for children to be sexually assaulted at school. And when they tell, they're tattletale, right? It's kind of like when you tell because you've been, you know, sexually assaulted and they say, well, what were you wearing? Fucking doesn't matter what I was wearing. It does not matter what I was wearing. It doesn't matter how I was walking. It doesn't matter how I was talking. When somebody says no, or they're crying or screaming, that means that they don't want what is going on to happen anymore. You know that, I know that, and so does the person who does it, because they get off on the control. It has nothing to do with sexual attraction, nor does it have anything to do with love. It's control. Looking for attention, Kimberly. Yeah, you know, and then going around to panel with no receipts, you know, and that's another thing. And it's not just a straightforward thing like, okay, this is what I know about the poker party, and she spills the beans, right? Spilled the tea, so to speak. No, it's incoherent babbling, you know, all of it. And like I said, look, I take people for how they are and who they are. So, but once I found who she is, I cannot trust. No. And I think poker's fun, Narita. I think it's so fun, right? That used to be the only thing on TV was Poker After Dark, and I was never like big into poker, but then I started watching that, and I was like, whoa, this is fun, and their strategy, and you know, then I got to know some of like the players, and they could be kind of like asshole-ish, and it was kind of fun to watch them. Hey, Puppy Love, great to see you too. Thanks for being here. But yeah, it was fun. Hey Sandy, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lisa King, Pig Feet has tried to control everything in this case. He's a liar. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then also, Sandy, I have to remember that you are me, Mima, and I'm so sorry. So I got your email, and I'm going to put together a couple of different letters that you guys can share out just to make it easier for people. So for our letter writing campaign, that way you can take whatever I've written, you can add to it, you can send it just as it is. I don't mind. I'm not going to say, oh gosh, you're plagiarizing, whatever. No, 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 that's not it. I just want you guys to be able to get it over there easily, and then fill in the blanks for your own stuff. Like, look, if one of the paragraphs you like what I said and you want to erase some of it and write your own and then keep some of it, go ahead and do it. Or if you want to add in your own stuff, like if it makes you think of something, oh, and then also this, right? But one thing that I would recommend, even if you do just want to kind of quick get them out, write something a little bit, like one sentence of something from your heart, right? To set it apart. Words are very powerful. Words are so powerful that if you do just, a little bit for yourself, right? Something like, I am, sorry, let's see. This case is important to me because, right? And you tell them why Sebastian Rogers' case is so important to you. If it's the first true crime case you've ever followed, if you know someone who is autistic, right? Words are so powerful. So feel free to use mine as a template, or if you're short on time and you just want to send it over, I'm just going to say the generalities of Sebastian's case in a nutshell, right? We need justice. We need answers, right? And like I said, feel free to add whatever you want. So I'm going to be doing that. But Mima sent me an email about the wrestlers, right? She's helping me with the wrestlers because I have no freaking idea. No, I mean, I'm a little bit familiar with watching. I mean, I know who the Hulk is, of course. Obviously, there's some wrongful death stuff going on in his life. His daughter Brooke and everybody. I think it's some girlfriend he had or wife. I have no idea. I don't keep up with that too often. But either way, like, I know who these people are. Obviously, The Rock. I know who that person is. When my brother and my dad used to like to watch that stuff, and I was playing with Rainbow Bright. So, but I think we can send Sebastian's flyer to these people and beg for them to share it out to the people that they know, right? These are the people who are wrestling at Pigfest, right? Pigfest is something that I'm going to try and get my ass to. Would I love to be there on Friday night and have steak with them? Oh, absolutely. I would love to. Yes. And, I would wear Sebastian earrings, and I would wear Sebastian on, Flavor Flav, how he's got that big old clock. Yeah, I'd be Sebastian on a clock, right? And then, I'd be wearing my t-shirt, and then I'd have, I look like a freaking nutcase. But I don't think it's going to happen on Friday night. That's Friday night. It's a 3-day event, guys. So I want to be there to stand in solidarity with them. But I would definitely love to be sitting there in my Sebastian shirt, eating the steak while they can see him on my shirt. Maybe even a hat with his picture on it, right? And just in case they're sitting next to me, one on each side too. They're trying to forget about Sebastian being missing, right? Oh, this is our hoity-toity event. We'll see. Because there'll be people there that are wearing his t-shirt. So you guys can't forget. So like the ones that think that they're planning a big party with Chris and Katie and it's all well and fun and all of that, all allegedly, of course. Maybe you need a reminder. Because it's absolutely sick. The connections are sick. I shared some of the connections last night. And if you don't believe me, just do your own research. I doubt you'll probably be able to get into Craddock's page anymore and see his friends list, but I have all of his affiliations that I could find at the time that I did the research, all of them. So everyone that was affiliated at that time with him, I know who you are. I know Craddock is affiliated with far too many real estate agents, far too many for a police officer, in my opinion. What can you possibly have to do with realtors? Like, what is it? I mean, are you an investor on the side? I'm just trying to figure it out. Pig Feet has tried to control everything in this case. He is a liar. Really, Lisa, he is. He's a liar. He is a liar. He is a scammer, in my opinion. You know, he's like, oh, hey, if you guys let me say whatever I want on your show, talking to the Krama shows, you know, I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of people and then people are going to send you money. You don't even have to pay them. See how it works? See how it works? Thanks, Lil Red. Yeah, I try to, guys. I mean, there's going to be things that I believe in. Other people might not. You know, I don't fault people for that. I don't. Hey, Kelly Holcomb. I don't. You know? Thanks, Town Chat. We all are going to have our own opinions. You know? Nano says 100%. I cannot stand those several POS. Sorry, not sorry. It's just, you know, it's like there's so much information. If it wasn't that way, then I would say, okay, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I got, you know, the conspiracy hat going, or I'm paranoid. I hate when people tell me I'm paranoid, by the way. That's kind of probably the wrong thing to say to me anyway, because I don't operate off of paranoia like that. Like, it takes a lot. Like, for instance, somebody could send something to me and it could be like outrageous, blah, you know, and I'll go and I'll watch it, right? And then I process it, and then I think of maybe a friend or two that I know that I can trust, that I might bounce it off of. So I might send it over to my friend and say, what do you think of this? You know, like, get a load of this, right? And then I might go to this other one, right? And then I might start looking into it, or I might watch it again, and I might pick out a couple of pieces, and I might go back and try to research it a little bit more, right? Go down a rabbit hole or two. I'm not conspiracy minded at all, but I'm not going to say that conspiracies don't exist, because they do, you know, and corruption exists. And in Tennessee, it's at a very high level. It is at an extremely high level. I mean, and hell, if I'm going to get to the bottom of it, but I might try to. It's very interesting to me. Pauline Pusser's case is very interesting to me, and you guys know Buford Pusser is Buford Pusser is another one that I'm very interested in. Right? He's a local legend who has a museum. Who all of a sudden the TBI is coming out and saying he is a wife killer. He killed his wife. He killed Pauline in cold blood and told everyone he was ambushed. There's a sign in the town that says this is where the ambush was. Guys, it's weird. He's been gone for 50 years, and now they're labeling him as a killer. The TBI reopened the case. I need more information. You know, that's why I haven't done another live about it, because I keep my mouth shut until I can at least present you guys why I've come to a certain theory. You know, it's a little bit different in Sebastian's case. I've followed it since the beginning. Since day one, I've followed Sebastian's case. Freebird says CB, KP, CB, TB, MS, DG. Oh my goodness, it sounds like I don't even know what. Freebird, including the cop behind the feet house, are all suspects in my opinion. You wouldn't believe the connections I found with the cop behind Freebird. I will have to send you an email. You won't believe the connections that I found, and you probably even know about it. And again, not willing to share that publicly. Oh, hey Kiki. Thanks, Kiki. I'm sorry. I'm watching everybody go today, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. Wind me up. I didn't even need that much coffee, and I'm just on one. But I had to get some sleep, guys. I was like, okay, I'm going to go, straight through and go in the morning. But by the time I was looking at all these screens and everything, I'm like, if I go up there, I'm not going to be very productive. So, because my eyes were kind of like, so yeah, Freebird. Oh boy. Thanks, Lil Red. And then, yeah, like I said, I want to go over and see Lil Red's, her live that she had. And oh boy, why do people make excuses for CP? Well, I'll tell you, I forgot about that part, but I was rewatching it again on Deception Detective, Holly, and Granny told him, she was like, that's not on us, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, pretty much is what she said. Because he was like, if everybody out here would stop their, it's like, what are you talking about? How can you blame it on us when it's not us? Like, you don't have to watch us. There's a lot of people that I'm like, I'm not going to watch that person. So I don't. Like, there'll be people that pop up in my feed and I'll just be like, okay, good for them. They made another video. I mean, really, you got to kind of get to that point, especially if you're in the public, and there'll be times where people are so loving and kind. Like, you guys show me way more love. I would rather have you guys in my chat than the haters anytime, right? Like, I would rather have a small group than a big group of people that are just, crazy, right? That's just me. That's how I like it. But yeah, it's none of our fault. All of us can say what we want on our channel. All of us, no matter what it is. That's the cool thing about having the platform. That's why I do try to give people a voice in here, because I know, I have a platform. They don't. Oh, I think my batteries went out on my mouse. Let me get some from my drawer. I have like a little drawer right here. It's really handy dandy. Let's see. Oh. And I put 2 batteries in here. Oh, here we go. I got pens, all kinds of crap. I'm just gonna. Oh, okay, never mind. It went. I don't know. Maybe it was frozen. Okay, I thought I've left it on a couple times, my wireless mouse. Thanks, Lil Red. Freebird says, I don't listen to suspects unless they're running their mouths on YouTube and Facebook and giving away information that I can speculate on, in my opinion. Well, yeah, that's it, too. I mean, that's all we really have in this case, because it's not like the police are coming out and saying, like, this is the series of events that we have from our investigation, right? And I'm not saying, like, give all of your the information to the public. No. I mean, when it becomes a cold case, what can it hurt? But in this case, I don't think they have a lot of evidence, because I don't think the evidence was gathered when it was supposed to be. I think, just like Eric Craddock himself has said several times, said it through the whole week, even after he had the footage from the neighborhood, he was saying, we're operating under the assumption that Sebastian walked off. We really need your help. We need you to check your properties twice a day. We need to check your ring cameras. If there's a tarp in your yard, check under it. If there was a shirt there that wasn't there before, let us know. We need you to be checking your properties twice a day. We're operating under the assumption that Sebastian walked off. We don't suspect foul play. The parents are cooperating with us. I mean, it's terrible. Sorry, I'm just putting these back, guys, because apparently I don't need them. I put them in my glasses case. So, I mean, that's all we can do. That's all we have. And that was one of the things that they were talking about on the panel. They're like, hey, we, but the problem is like, instead of saying, look, we're all human beings, the way that our brain our brains work, a lot of us, and the way that we process information is that we do try to fill in the blanks, or we do try to figure things out, right? But instead, whoever it was on the panel, I don't remember which one, was like, well, these people are filling it in with all their stupid shit. And it's like, but they're not. How do you know it's stupid? Is it stupid because it's something that you don't agree with? Because that doesn't make it stupid. Just because your opinion is that you don't agree with what we're saying. It's not stupid. It's not. And it doesn't make it less valid. I mean, we even heard, and we hear it all the time, and we see it all the time in these true crime cases. It's one little detail. It's one little mistake. That's all it takes, is for that one little slip up, and boom, there's your smoking gun, right? Somebody leaves a cigarette at the scene, and their lip print is on it along with their DNA from their spit. That's the littlest thing. You wouldn't think about it, right? But your prints and all your DNA and everything's all over that cigarette butt, and you just threw it in the floor, and it was found at the crime scene, right? I've seen that several times. And don't think that these criminals don't watch these shows on how to get away with this kind of stuff, right? That's why people will have gloves and different things, And it's my understanding too that with Katie, whatever she threw away. Now, there was a landfill search, so if we're just trying to follow what law enforcement has done, there was that landfill search. And if she did get rid of anything, it would have had to have been when whoever took the trash to the end of the driveway, because no one else was seen tampering with the trash. And then it was picked up that morning before Sebastian went missing. So everybody talking about how the trash can was heavier and things like that, no. No. Not it, unfortunately. I wish it was that simple. In my opinion, he doesn't treat her any better than the other wives. He doesn't. No, and she's at least being respectful enough not to get into it with him in public. Because I mean, she may be doing that in, just to be, for some self-preservation. Like not to stir the pot. Like that's the last thing. That's the last thing we need, is for us to get into an argument and then everybody play that for the next 2 weeks, right? Because there are people out there that are legitimately love to see the drama and love to see people in turmoil. They get off on it. It's because they're miserable. It's called because they're miserable and they don't have a life. They don't have a life. Luckily, I don't like my cookies sugar-coated. YouTube or me neither. I just, give me the mashed potatoes. Don't put the gravy on it. No, I'm just teasing. But yeah, no, I mean, seriously, I'm like that. I like straightforward people. Because I don't like it. It makes me nervous when people start beating around the bush, and it's just kind of like, all right, well, just tell me, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Tell me, I don't know. I'm a little bit too blunt for people though, especially people who, I mean, I've been told that before too. And then I'll have to be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way, or because if it does hurt somebody's feelings, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just like to be straight up with things, it's like, this is what I thought, or this is how it was, whatever. And then that might not have been so nice, so. Poppy Love says the only reason they're together, in my opinion, is to keep their story together. And I can't imagine how how they live with themselves. Oh, I don't know how they live with themselves either. Can't keep vacationing and running away from all of the above, from above all God. Well, and that's the thing. I've wondered for the last little bit here is, do they have a conscience? Do they have something in their ear saying this is a heavy burden? Because even Seth brought it up last night. We watched Peter Hyatt, and Seth said, I wonder how long it's going to take for them to unburden themselves, or I wonder how long, she's going to be carrying this burden with her. And I think that too, Poppy Love. I think that they are bound by this, and how long can that be okay when they're having to live with themselves, or when they're having to deal with all of this, it's got to be a lot. It's got to be a lot. Oh, when she pranked the tip line, I was done. Yes. Yes, I do remember that. Oh, yeah. Well, everybody, why do people on YouTube do that though? Like, 'cause watch me do it like 2 weeks from now. But like, people will be like, I'm going to call up there. You know? Like, and I mean, I'm one to call. I am one to call. I used to make calls, for a living. So, I mean, it's like, I'm fine on the phone, but um, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, right? I don't know why people call. Even the jail, like when they were calling the jail for whatever reason, I can't remember what they were calling it for. People were calling the jail, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're calling the jail? Why? Yeah, like penny poker is so fun, Little Red. Well, and I grew up playing like games like Tripoli and things like that. Like we would play little quarters, and I don't know. Exactly. It's just something fun, you know? But I'm wondering if their poker party wasn't to like get their story straight. Because look how they all came after Nina. Oh, well, thank you, thank you, Hey Jude, for gifting a Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives membership. If you got a Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives membership, please say thank you and welcome to the Dragon Tribe. Thanks, Hey Jude. Sorry, guys, I'm behind in chat. Aw, that was so sweet of you. Well, it happened in other communities with her, so a lot, Holly, a lot. Bottom feeders of YouTube, I think it's called. Google it, y'all. Google it. You know? Aw, thanks, YouTuber. KP doesn't know, or KP doesn't have a strong reputation either, so why is she being such a snob about it, in my opinion? Well, that's true, Freebird. Well, and also, with her having the communications background, we're expected to believe that they didn't have cameras. She worked for Brink's Home Security. Like, all of it is like so outlandish, right? Like, it's so outlandish. And it's like we would be morons if we believed this. We really would be. And then they would be sitting back and they would be like, oh, ho, 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 we got away with it. And all these people are as stupid as we thought they were, you know? But when I was rewatching that again I do think that elevated goof, I think he was actually getting pissed and didn't want to be a puppet anymore, and didn't want his intelligence insulted anymore. Oh, good. Hey, Jude. Oh my gosh, they were really getting with it. They finally stopped. It was like they were weed eating, so they must have mowed and then they came back and weed eated or something. I'm grateful for them doing it. I was like, it sounds like I'm in a horror movie. Nanny of 8 says, that's my problem. I love most people, but fool me once, I'm done. And I may hate lots of folks, but I can't hate anyone. And that's the thing. You hate I get what you're saying. You hate what people are doing, but not who they are, not the person. It's just like if somebody was, that I didn't like or something was to fall on a hard time, like it wouldn't make me happy. I mean, it just, and that's when I know that it's unhealthy, if I do get that little twinge of, well, good, what goes around comes around, then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not healthy, right? Not that anybody could, oh, thank you so much, Hey Jude. Not that anybody can make you do anything, because, that's like a tall abuser thing, that they'll be like, well, you made me hit you. If you wouldn't have done this, or if you would have done this, I wouldn't have hit you. It's not that. It's just that sometimes, if it's that bad and you're even getting that twinge of liking something bad for them, you got to kind of take a step back and say, well, this is a little overboard. Right. It doesn't matter if you're naked. Exactly. Oh God. And that reminds me of him saying that naked. And he didn't even say naked. He said naked. I was like, oh boy, here we go with the nakeds. Sandy says Dan didn't get to decide if he lived or died. Right. Well, I mean, it's just, it's just really, really, the corruption runs really, really deep. Really, really deep in that area. Narita, BHB's live was so good today. It was. And I didn't even get to finish it all. I just went over there and went in the replay. But I'm going to watch it too here later on. Yeah, Freebird. I don't hate anyone. If I hate someone, that means I got to think about them 24/7 and I don't have time for that. Oh my gosh, well said. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I mean, and you don't really, because there's so much going on, especially with Sebastian's case. And I don't even hate Katie or Chris. I just don't like to. I can't stand Chris's. When he gets to going, it's a trigger for me. He's more of a trigger than anything. It's not that I hate the guy, but I dislike him more than anybody, because I he'll say stuff like, because of the things he says, that. Well, if it wasn't for these pesky creators, he sounds like the guy at the end of Scooby-Doo when they get caught. It wasn't for those pesky kids. Yeah, we're about to catch your ass, and you don't like it. You sound like the Scooby guy. You sound like the Scooby villain. You don't want to be the villain. Stop sounding like one. Sandy says judge will do the next trial. I don't know. I was kind of wondering about that new DA, It takes a lot to scare me off, Holly says. But I think I'd like to live in this. No, I wouldn't like to live in Sumner County ever. No, I know. Well, that's why I got out of Missouri, because it's so corrupt, and they do allow for things like that. Oh, what were you wearing? What'd you say that made, them think that you wanted it? Well, the minute you say no, that should tell them that you don't, and just, the good old boy system. That's how I know so well what the good old boy system is and how I came to that conclusion. It was because I've experienced it. And trust me, guys, there's so many good people there that don't believe in that. They don't. They just want to live their lives. They like the quiet of the country lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's actually beautiful, and it's quiet. And it was so quiet that it was hard for me to get used to, especially when I lived right next to, a Metro for years. So a Metro train that would go by, every hour on the hour, very promptly. And the railroad tracks were right there. So, I mean, and I don't fault anybody for, I want people to be proud of where they came from. But Betty made a great point today when she said that we cannot make the changes in Sumner County. We're not Tennessee residents, right? It's just like, wouldn't I love to go down to the local library here and pull up all that crap on the Pusser case? I can't. They have it in Tennessee, and it's under lock and key, and you have to go view it at a university. It's not, they said they're opening it up to the public, but it's not really public knowledge. It's just for Tennessee. They're very closed off. And is that the way they want to be? Yes, that's fine. I get it. But what I'm saying is, it's extremely hard for everybody to understand it. And if you live there, you're the only one that can make the true change. Yeah, I would love to do that, Bliss Blessings. Thank you. That's what I've been working on that too. I just really needed to get this other information over, and then I was looking through, and I'm like, oh, it looks like I put it all in the videos. So that, I mean, it's good. But hey, Linda Nunley, good to see you. Okay, hey Jude, I was thinking they were talking about the DA. That's what I gathered. I don't know though. I'm sorry if I read it wrong or said it wrong. We need to get flyers of Sebastian to Pigfest in Hendersonville. Yes, we do. We do. We do. Everybody needs to know. We need to be wearing our Sebastian t-shirts out there, I am definitely working on it. Yes. Bliss. Wonderful, wonderful idea. And I appreciate you guys wanting to do that, because it's so important. It's only going to make an impact if they get a bunch of letters, right? Like we can do it or phone calls or emails. That's the only way it'll work. I must be lagging behind because I see that the messages were deleted. I don't see the original posts. Oh, what's going on? I missed it. I'm behind. I'm sorry. I wish someone would put up a giant billboard of Sebastian right at Pigfest just because the suspects don't want his face there. Well, and you know, I have taken my time, and it's not that I didn't believe Lolly or Blue Eyes, you know, or when TJ came in and with Blue Eyes. No, it's not that. I hadn't had a chance to process all of it through, you know, but as I'm doing that, and as I'm researching it, and oh boy, this is exactly what I think, is that there needs to be giant awareness. Exactly, Freebird, because they don't want him there. And whoever hurt Sebastian is the ones that is running Pigfest, it sounds like, or know about what happened to him, and they don't want to be reminded of it when they're having their steak or when they're eating their ribs. And most people know I'm not a big pork person. Okay. So I'm not going there to eat. And most people know I love to eat, but I'm not going there to eat. KJ Mack, good to see you. It's so good to see you, KJ Mack. Poppy Love says, you all are so sweet. I'm so thankful God gave me discernment early on. Poppy Love, that's sweet. Who is sincere and truly cares about Sebastian, opposed to other channels that have used Sebastian for their ego and money. I know, and it's ridiculous. It really is. It really is. And people really that don't understand how much it takes in gas to get back and forth. Like, Seth doesn't live in Sumner County. He doesn't live right in Hendersonville. So when he goes back and forth, he's got to commute. You would think that they'd be, if they're making that kind of bank, they would be helping the families with what they could. Flyers cost money. You know, Sumner County was complaining they didn't have paper and they don't have this and they have to have it in the budget, which I get that, you know. Oh, a Cat in the Hat costume wearing the sign with the short story I made. I used to have one of those Cat in the Hat hats. You guys remember those? You get them like at Great America. Hey, Diane, good to see you. The steak dinner is Thursday night. Oh, that's right. Okay, concert's Friday. Thank you. Saturday free day. Okay, great, Diane. Well, and you know, I wanted to be at the steak dinner. I'm just worried about that one. That's where the big wigs are going to be. That's where the big wigs will be. And someone's contacting the Oak Ridge Boys. Yes. I have all of his information in my lives in the chat. And I'm going to put it all. I need to put together like a Pig Fest video for you guys and everything that I've kind of gathered up. But I'm glad to see other people doing it. I like to put other people's perspective in there too. So I also want to do that as well. Realtors sitting on city council, Freebird, also strange. Insurance agents being friends with police officers. It's very strange. Mimima is Sandy. Yes. Hey, Jude. Yes. Hey, Eric. Good to see you. Bam. Hi, everyone. And thank you, Eric, for sending me that over from At Night the other day. I really appreciate you. Eric's another person who was spreading awareness, right? He's the one that brought it to my attention about the tender years policy, right? That Sebastian could fall under, and that the FBI could come in and take jurisdiction over. Oh no, Mimima was blocked. Oh no. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh, hey Jude, that's so funny. Oh no, poor Mimima. Do you know that I blocked Cinderella? Did you guys hear about that? I felt so bad. Oh Lord. Sumner County is helping CP and KP cover up Sebastian's disappearance. The whole world sees it. Annie Sampson, yes. You know, we have, it's like, it's in our faces. If we didn't look at it, if we just didn't look at it, right? And I sound like Ed Bassmaster, if you guys know who that is. He's like, you got to look at it. Just look at it. right? But if you look at it, you'll see. Just look, you'll see. Maybe I can find something funny with Ed and put that in there. Just look at it. I mean, because really, oh, I would believe it, says Town Chat. Hey, Deborah Bennett, good to have you. Bowling to the Queen of or bowing to the Queen of Dragons. Eric, that's too funny. You guys are dragons too. Oh, how may we serve you? Aw, you guys. Oh, I love you guys. You know, and all the stuff that you guys send too. I need to get up with my emails and stuff like that. It's just been so busy. Last week was really a kick. I wasn't expecting it. You know, all of the updates and everything. It was a good week though, I think. Tennessee solving cases decades post-mortem is a bad too late. It is a tad too late, right? And I think it's a bad thing. I don't understand that. You know, now I feel for Pauline's family, guys. Pauline is beautiful. And I don't know what she saw in Buford. You know, I mean, obviously, if he had that, you know, justice mentality, and, you know, that would be very, you know, attractive. And I get that. But it's just something weird about it that I can't put my finger on. We need to get the audio cleaned up, Kimberly Brummett. I don't know how we can do it either, because like even the one that I use, you would have to turn everything up, but then like the background static is going to be higher too, right? Like that's the problem when you know, because you would think in theory it would just be easy, right? Put it into the editor, turn the volume up on it, save the video, and then, because I've done that with other pieces, right, where people were talking really low and other people were talking higher, so I just, you know, put them up, and the other ones, you know, I equalized it, saved it, did it again if I had to make them louder, right? And I know it's a kind of a lot of technical stuff that probably people don't understand, but it's not that simple here, because this audio that we're talking about that Kimberly brought up is audio from the Ring camera, but like even when Mob played it and he was just playing nothing, it was like so staticky. It was like you could hear that white noise right in the background. So I don't know how we can clean the audio up unless we had like a specific program, you know. And then again, earbuds, you can hear so much more in the earbuds than anything. But I agree, because there were times where it sounded like Katie's voice to me crying, but see, I couldn't make out a lot of the audio, and that's why I haven't, you know, done anything with it. Do you have some letter writing examples to help us get more truth about Sebastian further along? Yes, Poppy Love, I'm working on those. Yes, and I'm going to put them into like a Google document, and then I'm gonna put a link to it, so that way you guys can just like take it in your computer, copy and paste it, or if you pull it up on your phone, you can, you know, copy and paste it over. But then you can also add in your own stuff, right? Like your own little touch, you know, whatever you would like to it. So yes, I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna do. I want to do like 3 different versions. I have one up that I sent over to our local news station about Seth being outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, right, last week. But I want to do one, you know, that's a little bit more professional, to send to the higher ups like Mr. President, right, and the First Lady, that we have to address them in a nice way. So I want to make it professional, and then you guys can just put your own information in there, right, as we go. But it doesn't have to be fancy. It's just got to be something that catches their eye, right? And then also, you know, I'll include the updated flyer, right? One from At Night, the one from the FBI updated flyers. And then I'll also, I was thinking about maybe even putting like a special little, you know, kind of like the one that says help bring Sebastian home up here, something like that, right? Just like that you can also send along or print out or something, you know, because I think it's really important to do that. We're in the middle of some big life changes, but I can get to the pig fest. I would go with you, Lady Freedom, and dress up 360 degrees Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Cool, Freebird. Yeah, get together with me. We're trying to get everybody together to do it because I think it would be great. I think it's something that really needs to happen. I'm only like 12 hours away. I say only, but you know, hey. We definitely need to make our presence known there. They're keeping it like, it's so weird, you guys. It's so weird. I'll explain more of it too. Town chat. You're so funny. You guys are funny. Deborah says Sumner County and TBI does not have enough forensic specialized investigators. Oh, good point, Deborah. The FBI should have been asked to help with Sebastian and Summer, and they should have been sent that 12:17 a.m. footage to NASA. Well, I don't know about the 12:17 footage. I think that's really just someone walking the dog. But what do you see in it? Like, do you see something in there that they should be looking at? Because I'm really stuck on the flashlights. I really am. Poppy Love says Sumner County Sheriff's Department needs to be investigated. I agree. So how do you get past them if they obviously don't want to expose, the very least mistakes, in my opinion? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at the very least, I agree with that. Internal affairs. And I would think the TBI would investigate. But I'm wondering about TBI corruption. You know, Nano says, I prefer a small group too, but heck, I can get along with most people. Oh yeah, Nano, you're a sweetheart. That's why though. But not a liar, thief, troublemaker, or anyone that does any child or elderly person wrong. I lose my cool quickly. See, I know, and that's the thing, like, especially like vulnerable people, like you're saying. That's really well said. I'm the same way. Like, it's sad when it's a kid because they can't do anything, right? They can't, especially little kids or an elderly person who doesn't have protection, right? They might live alone or whatever, but they're also, we all know as we get older too, it's a little bit harder to get around and stuff. It's just not right. I agree. Thank you, Lil Red, for being here. Nano says, by the way, happy hump day. Happy hump day. I almost put little camels in the title too. I come up with the title really fast too. I'm sorry, guys. I mean to do it earlier, and then the Footlings had days to tidy up. KJ Mac and the camper, right? The camper is a big one. In my opinion, literally no one supports the feat other than some YouTubers. Just read the comments on news stories. Or just read the comments on the news stories. I agree with that, Holly S. I think anybody I've ever told this story to, not even telling them anything about like drama or anything, just in a nutshell, you know, last footage was Texas Roadhouse, and then Sebastian went home. His mother said he went to bed at 9, and then she went to go wake him up for school. Da 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 da. You know, I mean, I just tell her story. People are like, she knows more. What? What do you mean? You know, they're interested. That's why I reposted that one video, because the one guy says, that ain't no trash truck. And he was cracking me up. He's like, nope, that's no trash truck. Nope, not at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I don't think so either. So a calendar from 2019? I don't know. What which one? Which calendar, Sandy? Like Amy Bradley's parents said Amy Bradley's parents said that people emailed them saying they had Amy for some reason. People are so cruel in these cases. Well, it happens all the time, Holly S. It's so weird. Remember that weird guy that said he had Sebastian too? And it was like, because I just found a picture of him when I was looking over all my pictures and screenshots. Weird. They insert themselves into the case, right? Like they want to get famous from it or gain some clout or, you know, just be in the middle of it. And it's weird, but because why don't you do something good to get recognized rather than do something bad? I mean, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's all attention for them. It does, you know, it's like a little kid. It's like they don't care whether they get negative or positive attention. It's attention, you know, which is sad for kids. Even more sad than an adult would do that. KJ Maxx says unless they threw things in the garbage or dumpster elsewhere, we've seen that in other cases. Well, oh, absolutely. And that's why the FBI loves digging through people's trash. You know, they just really do. They love it. They love digging through people's trash. I pray wholeheartedly that whoever did this to Sebastian or knows anything about it, NVR has never has 1 minute of peace. Yeah, never, not 1 minute of peace. No sleep, nothing. Just waiting for their karma train to come by. Well said. Well said, Nano. Yeah, I'm waiting for it too. I am waiting for it too. It's like, it's like, don't you want to release the burden? You know, I mean, really, because it's got to be hard, like you said, not being able to sleep, not having peace, right? Because you're always thinking about it. If you know what happened. I agree with that completely, and I pray that they do too. Busy mama, that did rub me the wrong way too. Who says Google it to spaghetti pancakes when your child is missing? That's crazy to me. Well, and here we are Googling, you know, I mean, it's a huge distraction because I did Google it, Katie. I did. Okay. I'm an idiot, but I did. I was like, what the hell's it going? What's a spaghetti pancake? Spaghetti pancake. You know, I mean, and you know, some people get off on that mind control. You know, oh, I'm going to tell them all to Google it. Let's see how many of them do. Ha ha ha. Gotcha. You know, they love it. It's, you know, they get off on it. And so, yeah, I was one of them. And I'm like, that's disgusting. What the hell? Because the one that I looked up, the first one I looked up, they said, make the spaghetti noodles, right? Like the pasta, you know, drain it off. And then you put like the pancake batter that you mixed up already. And then you pour it like the sauce. And I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. I don't understand. And then they said that there's another one that you do that you put them in the squirt bottles, which I'm sure that's what she did now, I think. But you know, and then you like can draw or whatever, and you make them look like spaghetti, like strings or whatever. I don't know. Then you put powdered sugar on it. That one sounds like kind of like a funnel cake. Sounds like a fun breakfast. I'm guessing that's the one they had. At first, I'm like, that's disgusting. Why are you feeding him that? Oh, my Lord. And I'm like, poor little Sebastian. And didn't it hurt his little stomach to have the raw batter, you know, with the egg in it? And I'm like, oh, what is she feeding this kid? But, you know, she's non-specific with everything she's told us. Oh, just go Google it, y'all. Well, when you Google stuff, it comes up with a lot of different shit, Katie. But, oh, shame on you guys for speculating. Well, shame on you for being vague. If you were specific and detailed, just like we watched with the little old lady. And I don't want to show it again, guys, because it breaks my heart. She was hit in the face at Walmart. It was like a mass stabbing at a Walmart, right? And this little old lady, she got hit in the face, and it was a big deal. But when she was telling the story, she gave all of the details. There was no like, well, I don't know, you know, maybe 5 hours passed and then this happened. No. She said in chronological order what happened. You know, this guy came up, he did this, there was people doing this over here, I was on my cell phone over here, I'm texting my daughter, you know. She's telling the story because she was there. Katie has yet to do that. And she's not going to. She's lawyered up. Giddy up. Yippee-ki-yay. She's got her lawyer. And it's sad. Yeah, and you have to have that conscience and that heart. And that's the thing that scares me about these two, because I don't know that they have it, you know? Eric with an H, CP and KPT. My gosh. I mean, and these people, it's so hard to understand how some people have no conscience. Well, I know because you don't feel guilty at all, Rutro. If it wasn't for those pesky kids. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they seem frustrated in the comments, Holly. I bet they do. I bet, because people are like, "What is going on? This is weird." And you do have that major lapse in time. Like, what do you mean she doesn't know? 9 o'clock and you went to bed, and then the thud, and you know. I love the idea of putting a huge billboard with Sebastian on it right as they're entering the neighborhood. Deborah, anyway you go. Well, they do have that big one in the Shackle Island thing, that big barn with the mannequin. Did they ever say what was on Sebastian's electronics phone, iPad, tablet? What was he doing or looking up? No, they never did. And then, yesterday we watched that clip whenever Chris was asked, did you know that Sebastian was doing online courses? What do you mean, did you know? He's a step parent. You should know what the kids are taking in school. You should ask them when they get off of school, how was your day? What did you do? How was math? If they're having trouble in math, how was your math class? How'd you do on the test? Was it okay? Do you need some help? Do you have homework? Right? Kids were operating off of their laptop. What did Sebastian do during the pandemic? He had to be doing online school. I mean, it's crazy. And then what? We hear from Seth that Chris didn't want Sebastian to be doing anything online school. Why? Is that why they failed to go over there? Did Sebastian have to hide to do that? Was he hiding to take school? To take classes on the internet? God, I hope not. Hey, Linda, because I thought y'all were pieces of crap before. But that'll just take the cake. If he's got to go hide somewhere and do his online classes or do it at school because the teachers are probably like, you guys ever see that movie Matilda where the teacher comes to the house, but then she realizes that the parents are stupid and then she's sneaking Matilda books, right? Because she knows how smart she is and she wants to foster that in her. Yeah, that might have been going on. We don't know. Because if I met Chris and Katie, I'd be like, you two served in the Navy? Not too bright. Not the brightest bulbs in the tanning bed, those two. Freebird says everyone should mail and email the Oak Ridge boys about Sebastian and how the suspects don't want his picture at PigFest. I think that's a great idea. And I will get all of their information. Like I have their address, phone number, info at address. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Look, normal people are not going to be okay with this. They're not. And I think that's the best thing to do is to spread awareness. I really do. Thank you, Eric, with an H, for gifting a Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives membership. If you got a membership, make sure you say thank you to Eric and welcome to the Dragon Tribe. Aw, thanks, Eric. You guys are awesome. We should be on Verdict Watch by now. I know, Sandy. I know. Sebastian should be home by now. He really should be. Oh my goodness. What is the number to call? I live in Tennessee and there are several cases here that need to be solved. I pray answers come and Sebastian is found. Thanks, Linda D. Thank you. Yeah. I'll put them all up. I'll do a video tonight, guys. I will. I need to get it up and get all of the information up. But I'm thinking if I do it in a link, if I do it in a video to promote it, and then I just put the link in the description, that might be the best. So you guys can copy and paste, because I know you guys can't take it from out of the video. Click on the video. You could screenshot it, but then you might have to write it all down. I'm just trying to make it so easy for us all to just push it out, there. But that's okay. Other mods can be hall monitors. I like being the the welcome committee and the class clown. That's hilarious. Someone asked me, have I ever been a hall monitor? I said, no, only when you have a wrench. Oh, goodness. Oh, Nano got it. Oh, how awesome. Welcome to the Dragon Tribe. Yay, Nano. That's fantastic. Aw. Yay. I'm so happy. I love when people get it and when you guys are in here, you know, because otherwise I don't know who to say welcome to. And then also I just like seeing whenever somebody gets one. Listening in the bushes. Donna didn't testify. Darn. Oh, Adelson. Oh, hey, Carol Arnold. Or thank you for being here, Laura Arnold. Donna Adelson, huh? She didn't testify. Gosh, isn't she the mother-in-law from HELL? She is. Woo-wee. I thought my mother-in-law was bad. I look at Adelson Mama. I'm like, oh, snap. I think I got the easy version of that one. Lisa be always same as Jake and Rebecca, just no Ola, in my opinion. Exactly, Lisa. And thank you, Lisa. Lisa's the one that posted all the info about the Oak Ridge Boys, guys. Same. And, you know, Pascal said it really well, too. You know, it's just like, that was, the story was so ridiculous, right? That we might have believed Rebecca. But then it's just so crazy, like, and it's that lapse of time, too. Oh, somebody came up and said Ola, and then I don't know what happened. Bull crap, you don't know what happened. And guys, she didn't have like a language barrier also, because I was thinking that she may have in the beginning, right? She speaks just fine, you know. So, hey Jude. Look out for me and Hey Jude. We're indiscriminate with the block button. We just block people. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. Good to see you. Good to see you. And see, there's another thing, too. We were talking about the shoes, and Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom sends me. I forget to talk about it last night. I'm like, it's just been so busy. But I do want to show you guys the shoes. We got to go over that. Aw, thanks, Eric. Oh, Linda D, thank you for the super sticker. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that campaign rolling. I do have a call scheduled for tonight, briefly, but how about a recording studio? Allegedly, in my opinion, yeah. There's a lot of different places that we can send them. And then the wrestlers too, like Mimima was saying, Sandy. Yeah. I'm just going to be calling you Mimima Sandy now. But, yeah, everywhere. Eric with an H says, I brought up to Jen Coffindaffer and tagged the U.S. Marshals and FBI. Oh, great. Wonderful. I didn't get to watch all of Jen's live. That was about where, too, I was at when Betty was on her live because she was going over Jen's. I also saw Jen Coffindaffer on Becca Scoops, and she was talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I didn't get to see that one. Again, she's another one that I go to if I'm taking a break from Sebastian's case and seeing what kind of shenanigans she's up to. Kind of glad that they didn't let the two in California out because of what I witnessed with her. Oh my Lord. You know. Yes, and everybody working so hard, guys. Thank you so much. And Town Chat Cafe as well. Eric with an H. We're all trying to figure this out, you know. We just got to figure it out. I wonder if it was put in Music Maker Beats, if we could cut out the background. Oh, okay. Music Maker Beats. Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. Yeah. That's my biggest issue, right? Is that background sound. Because in my program, I can literally turn the volume up, but I can't, you know, or I can, piece it out, and then like this person to only turn that up and leave the rest of it, or turn this person down, to equalize the sound, right? It's just how I say it. I'm not saying the technical terms of it, right? I'm an amateur at best, really a novice. But either way, yeah, I wonder if we could do that, because that's what we really need. We need the static low. We need the voices. We need to amplify the voices. That's probably a good name for a title for a Sebastian. Amplify the voices. We love Lisa B always. Kimberly, I will be there with my shirt. Yay! All right. Yes. And Seth said in chat too, he's got shirts too for whoever, decides to be there. We just can't let him do this on his own, guys. It's too much. And here's the thing. The more people that are there, there's strength in numbers. There's strength in numbers, and there are far more of us than there are of them, right? Because more people want to see Sebastian found than don't. It's just those little ones that are yappy and louder than everybody else, right? Because they think that they're, by being loud, they're in the right. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I was a cheerleader. I'm loud. You're a cheerleader for football. You got to be loud. So. Lisa B always says, allegedly Brandon Carter asked CTB for her cleaned up audio, just saying. Oh, interesting. I would hope they would want it. I would hope so. But why don't they use their tools? They have way better tools than we do, but way better software, way better. Yeah, maybe attach a photo of Sebastian. Yeah. Well, because I have this one, but it's a lot of different photos, and it's kind of like, some of them are older. I just love that one where he's got that big smile. He's so cute with his eyes shut. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. But this one is a decent one that I made a long time ago, but we could even do better at that. And this is the shoes that we were talking about. Perfectly imperfect boy mom. She sent me the shoes, and we got to look at it because oh my goodness. Here, let me take it. I wonder if I would have to, actually I could probably go in my email, but I want to do a side by side. See, I still have it. I want to pull it in and do a side by side for us, because it's funny how it's not a huge difference, but I want to know what you guys think. We'll have Shoegate over here. Shoegate 2025. Did Sebastian really grow 2 shoe sizes? Because me and Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom are like going back and forth. Not bad or anything. We're trying to figure it out. But I'm like, there's no way that's 2 shoe sizes from then. And then she's like, yeah, but look at these. And I'm like, oh crap. And then I'm like, all right, now I don't know, and now I'm gonna need some help, But I love that, guys. That's what I live for, is doing that. Like, if I'm wrong and you guys prove me right, like, send me something. And then, seriously, because when I did that, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I sent her something funny back. I'm like, what? Like, you got to be kidding me right now. And I'm like, what? Are these 2 shoe sizes? She said, she had the picture of the tongue. I'll have to bring it up. We'll do it tonight. Like I said, my eyeballs were like burning out of my head the other day. This morning, I'm like, I better get some sleep, or I'm not going to be worth a crap to anybody. Hey, Nisi Marie, good to see you. Good to see you, love. Crime Time Buzz has a friend's husband who is a detective clean it up somewhat so that, it's possible to add to CC. Oh, she showed it in a live video months ago. YouTuber, that's the story of my life. I'm like, I did this months ago. It's hard though, right, guys? There's so much information. It's like overload, and then I'll be like, where was that? And it's my own damn video. And here I am having to hunt it down. I'm like, would you please be more, I need to be more organized. But I was telling myself, would you please be more organized? Because it'd be easier on you if you could just go and find it right away, you know. And I do need to be more aware. But that's so interesting, YouTuber. Thank you. Because, I mean, there's ways to do it. Now, if I had a cleaner audio, I might be, like, if they took the background out, I could definitely enhance it. But, I mean, mine's just, I mean, they would be the better to do it, really. I mean, interestingly, to be always, you'd think someone would have already been on that and sent it to experts in places like FBI and other agencies. Yeah, like, what are they doing? It's just like the Christmas miser. They've got it and, oh, I'm going to keep it. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like the Precious and the Lord of the Rings Gollum, something. Lord almighty. Someone needs to wear a big costume with Sebastian's t-shirt on it. Like a mascot. Yeah, perfectly imperfect boy mom. I agree. And just stand out there and be like, you know what I mean? Like a mascot does, you know, at a game or something. I love that I love that I'm 9 hours away. Hey, that's not so bad, Cinderella. It's just a straight shot for me, which is great because I am directionally challenged. And I'll be traveling by myself. So it's like when I see that, I'm like, I could do this. So that's the way I look at it. Allegedly, they were supposed to someone around the dining room window. Well, I heard that too. I also heard that maybe Sebastian was in, you know, seen, like his silhouette was in his window after the trash was taken out, or there was a silhouette in Sebastian's room. His light was on. But a silhouette is too hard to tell, you know. I mean, unless it's Alfred Hitchcock, that's a famous silhouette we all know. It's kind of tough, right? I heard it was inside, but BHB did a great show this AM on Sumner County, all things Sumner County, allegedly, in my opinion. Yes, Lisa, that is. I watched some of it. I was able to watch, and that was another reason I was pretty riled up when I got up here. Yes, she did, guys. We gotta definitely go check that out. As a matter of fact, let me grab the exact link for Betty's Library because it's in my history, and it's right here. And this will be the fastest. I'm getting faster at sharing things like this. Because before, when I was doing it on my phone, I could have ended the live stream just by, you know, accidentally clicking on the wrong button. But bam, Bob's your uncle. YouTubers here says, also Tara Tara AR cleaned it up very soon after it was first posted by MMO. I watched it on MMO. I watched it on Leanne's. And sent it to TBI, but to my knowledge, she hasn't posted what, if anything, the TBI did with it. In my opinion, TBI is corrupt. Well, and two, you know, I'm telling you, if the TBI was to say, like, if I sent them something, which I have, if they were to say, hey, Lady Freedom, we got what you sent us, please don't speak about this publicly. I mean, which I know they wouldn't do that. They really can't tell me what to say, obviously. But if they were to say as a courtesy, please, you know, we're investigating this and it would really help us out a lot, right? If they said something like that, it would, you know, can you do us a favor, Lady Freedom? Could you not talk about this? Oh my gosh, no, I wouldn't talk about it. We talk about other things, and I'd say the TBI is working on it, and I'm confident that they are working on it, right? Because they told me that, and that's how I would handle it. Not everything is meant for public consumption right away. Sometimes, you know, things have to be vetted out, processed, understood, right? Investigated. So, you know, I try not to get too, you know, antsy about it and, you know, too impatient, because I am impatient. But it seems very corrupt to me. And I mean, even this latest, I recall it being inside KJ Mac. Yeah, I'm thinking it is. Because I mean, it was like everything that was outside, everything that was outside that night was just the trash being taken out, like the trash can. We had the cat at 10, 12, we had the dog walking, 3 a.m. the lights, right? The silver car. And then the Uber driver came to pick up off of Devon Court. Sorry, I always forget that one. Devon. And then we had the trash truck come through, and then Katie comes out, drives around, right, window rolled up, not looking for Sebastian, in my opinion. Nano says, that's why I love you, girly, that lady. Thank you, Nano. I love having you, Nano. You're awesome. Thank you. Deborah says, it's very suspicious that Katie goes to sleep at midnight, and then 17 minutes later, there's someone walking around. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Deborah. I do. I wish they would have showed. See, that video is kind of far away, but see the same guy in the morning. I will say this: I don't know what time. I might have to look at Chris's video, Mob Crew. But the guy was walking his dog again in the morning, like around 6 or 7. So, and I'll tell you, I've walked my dog late at night too, especially like, if I get off of a live stream and he comes in here and he's like, hey, I got to go out, I'll just take him whenever. He'll tell me. He's back there sleeping. He sleeps all day. That dog sleeps all the time. When he's not sleeping, he'll tell me. He'll be like, I want a treat. I want to go outside, So, I think it's, but I understand where you're coming from. I do. I think it's normal to go out, anytime and walk the dogs, but maybe Elon Musk. I heard that Elon Musk is also on the spectrum. And I think maybe if we could get him to identify with this young man being out there somewhere, not in the environment that he's used to. Good point, Kimberly. I don't know. I would think that he would be a good person to contact. I think contact anybody, like I remember when Seth came out and said, tell your family members, ask them to share it on their social medias and things like that, and everybody in my family is well aware of what I do and I'm just waiting for my daughter to finish up her school and when she can have some time for me. And I'd love to have her analyze Sebastian's case. She has a criminology degree. She has studied psychology. That was, part of her first degree. Now she's gone on for a master's. So I would love to pick her brain, but I'm here to tell you, from the little bit we have talked about it, she's under the impression that Sebastian didn't walk off, that there's some foul play involved. So we'll just put it that way. For some reason, they sat back and are taking it, and they can't even fake it well. Right? No, I agree with that, Sandy. It's hard. It is. It's really hard to watch because it's like, what the heck is happening? What is going on? Why is nobody doing more? Why aren't people wanting to make that change? Oh, the email sent to Bradley's was to escort. Ooh, Deborah. Yikes. So it's not the Ring camera footage mentioned by the neighbor that saw a silhouette in the dining room. That was what I was thinking of. I'm thinking it was from the one across the street. No? I mean, it might not be, guys. But what I need to do, Chris, I didn't screenshot it. I can't believe I didn't. I was looking for it, and I guess I didn't get it. But he has Sebastian's neighborhood, and then he put in like all of the different like locations that have cameras, and then he put like the field of view, right? So it's like a triangle that shows you what the field of view is. And guys, if Sebastian or anybody was walking through the neighborhood that night, in my opinion, don't forget it was a full moon, right? Like 97% full. Somebody would have been caught on camera. That you would have been. I mean, we are, obviously, if you're wearing all black, you'll look more of like a shadow, right? And obviously, anybody that walks at night wants to wear reflective clothing. They talk about that. Like, even if you like to exercise or run or ride your bike at night, they tell you wear reflective clothing, because you don't want to get hit by a car, right? You want to be visible. If you're doing something nefarious, then you wear all black and a mask and, the whole nine. Tennessee has no internal affairs. Too costly, right? Apparently. It's the Ombudsman for Elderly and Children. I have the address somewhere. Okay. They don't have internal affairs, Cinderella? How odd is that? No wonder they don't follow policies and procedures. They have no one overseeing it then. That is what I was referring to. I was just trying to say it wasn't the person walking the dog. Oh, that you just said. It wasn't walking the dog. I'm confused. No. I have a question. Eric Trump is the one. Is the one. He cares. Eric Trump. I'll write to Eric Trump. I'll write to Ivana. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know all their names, guys. Sandy, it seems if you sit and watch the things he says, I think some is the truth. Some we need to do the opposite. The fact he knew where all of the license plate readers are, I say that they went the other way. I agree with that, though. Like, how does he know what all the license plate readers are? That is freaking unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. All right, get some sleep, Town Chat. I'll see you later. Thank you for being here. Aw, no worries. Just listen. You could just kick back and relax, girl. I wrote some. Guys, I spend a lot of time in the bushes on other people's channels, because like if I'm doing things and I want to leave for a second, I don't want to be rude and be like, "Hey, everyone in chat." Like if I'm going to come in and chat, I usually stay in chat. But otherwise, I will just be listening. And I did see that Hedgepeth came and presented an award in Sumner County, and I was like, thank you, Cinderella. Oh, okay. I'll look for it, Sandy. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I will take a look at it. Yay, Linda. Linda made it back. While you enjoy listening time, it's also go back and listen to that again. Yeah. Did any of y'all watch BHB's show from this morning? She brought the receipts for the Sumner County corruption. Yes, I did, Lisa. And I did post her link too. Absolutely. In my opinion, CP is a little man, and that is why he picks on women and kids. It makes him feel powerful, but he really isn't. He is a weak man, in my opinion. Well said, Freebird. I agree with that. And then he has to, say his shoe sizes is 4 sizes bigger. And I mean, again, 4 sizes isn't really that much. Okay, I'll stop. Lisa B. always. Sebastian Rogers was one of a handful of students not allowed to be issued a school computer with online access, according to Katie. Gross. I think that is holding the child back. I think that's borderline abuse. Like, I think that's very subtle abuse. That's like telling girls you can't go to school because you're a girl, right? You can't have the online thing just because we don't want you to have it. Most of the Oak Ridge boys live in the area. Yeah, I I've heard that, Busy Mama. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Lisa B. Always. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'm going to put this all, I think it'd be best to do it in a Google Doc. I don't know if you guys have a better way. Hey, Momming It Up. Yay, Momming It Up's here. We have the puzzle pieces. We just need to put the puzzle together. Yes, Sandy. And we're working on that too. We are. Lovely Momming It Up is here. Lisa B. Always, I'm 62 in Oklahoma, or it's 62 degrees in Omaha, Nebraska right now. Ooh, that's nice. It's overcast here. It rained a little bit. Yeah. We had a little bit of a shower. Don't forget Mike Huckabee, who is from the area. I worry Oak Ridge boys are part of the good old boy system and club. Yes. Mike Huckabee is one that, without getting too political, is not my favorite. And that's because of the Josh Duggar case. And if you guys are unfamiliar with the Josh Duggar case, they did a real nice job of trying to cover up him doing bad things to his sister. Sisters, plural. Don't. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of that one. He was actually trying to get, Josh to become a political figure, and he's got child sex abuse material. I don't call it anything but that. On his computer, because that's exactly what it is. You have to be a consenting adult to make a production like, corn, right, with a P. Eric with an H says, contact Dude Wipes as the major sponsor of Pigfest. If they continue the sponsorship, I will use Kroger generic. What are the Dude Wipes? Eric, can you explain? Is it like are they like when you get barbecue sauce all over and you gotta when they give you the wet wipes if you go to the barbecue sauce, you go get barbecue at a joint like that? Eric, I was wondering, will they try and turn any of us away if we have shirts on? Oh no, because you have to buy your ticket. That's why I want to make sure that I'm there for one of the paid nights at least. I want to at least pay for one night, that way, hey, this is my ticket, you can refund me and I'll still be standing up, across the street, whatever I have to do, doing one of these, acting a whole fool, whatever talk about trying to get some attention, because that's who needs attention, is Sebastian. We love our Momming It Up. Hey, Jude. Freebird, this is America. We have constitutional rights to wear any t-shirt we want. Yes, we do. We do. We have the right to peacefully assemble. We have the right to pass out flyers. We have the right to hold up big signs that say Sebastian is still missing. Justice for Sebastian. Where is Sebastian? That we do. That we do. And as long as we do it in a peaceful manner, and I think it's a good example for those who don't, participate peacefully and don't exercise their rights peacefully, is to be like, look, this is what you can get done, and you don't have to loot a store. You don't have to act, you don't have to set shit on fire, and you could act a fool in other ways. The mascot is like a great idea. I wouldn't think so. KP said no to flyers, but who knows for sure. Yeah. Oh, she thinks she has some kind of say-so. She does not. No, ma'am. You do not have any kind of say-so, Katie. No, ma'am, you do not. You don't want the awareness? We're going to bring it. Momming It Up. I have sinus infection. I'm zombie. I'll call you. Oh, hey, Jude. Those sinuses this year. I use Huggies anyways. The same thing I used with Sebastian when he was a baby. Amen, right? I know. I have well, this is why I ask. They're like right here because I take my makeup off with them, but they're like these, I probably can't really show them, but they're like Equate makeup removers, So I was like, is that like barbecue sauce when you get too much barbecue sauce? Good to see you, Seth. But But I use wipes too. But those are what I would call girl wipes or lady wipes or whatever. You know, I'm like, what is this dude wipes? Aw, thanks guys. Yeah, that was my thoughts. The flyers, they said no, but t-shirts, etc. I can't imagine. You can't. Yeah, they can't stop you from wearing t-shirts. They cannot. No. And really, if you're on a sidewalk, they can't stop you from being on a sidewalk. You know, it's very simple. It's crystal clear. All you Pigfest attendees need to get all your Sebastian wear 360 degrees of him so that no one can ignore him. I know. Oh, I would love to just be, you know, the nuisance at the steak dinner. I would love. Band Labs, I think, is what my teens make music on, but it's a good place to start. Free mobile app. Cool. Band Labs. Thanks. Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. Oh, I think somebody's here. All right, so hold on. Band Labs. Okay, I'm going to check it. Free mobile app. I don't even mind spending like a little bit of money if it's a good program. You know, like I don't mind. I do that with some of them. The one I use, I pay a little bit for. Definitely need new t-shirts. Not good at making my own on the iron-ons. Oh, yeah. Seth, can you tell Lady how I can grab some new ones? I tried the Bonfire site. It was 2 to 3 weeks shipping. Oh, okay. Bonfire does take a while. I was looking at trying to do some kind of like a merch, right, guys? But like, I don't know about all that. It seems weird, and it seems like it takes forever. And then it seems like, you know, like the costs are like really high for shipping and stuff. I don't know. I wanted to look into that though. Seth Rogers says, because they are being tools, I don't know who you are talking about, just saying. Major tools. Perfectly perfect. She says I got more shoe pictures that I can send. Yes. I want, you know, the one that you sent me, the New Balance that looked like Sebastian's, like the one he was wearing. I want to see those ones compared to the other ones, but 2 sizes. This is how bad I am, you know. I'm over here. I'm like, I need to see this, and I need to see this the way this is, you know. Oh Lord, here we go down a rabbit hole. This is how it starts. That was cracking me up though. Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. I'm like, okay, are these 2 sizes? And I'm like, oh, that was a stupid question because you sent me the tongue of the shoe, you know. Oh my goodness. If you want to laugh, I sat on a Reese's cup and had no idea I had to pick up Haley from school. She comes out early in her aid, so I have to get out, and she was just informed by a bunch of second graders. Muffin. Oh my goodness. That sounds like something I would do. Or I'd be quick trying to run out of the house and my shirt would be backwards and inside out. Somebody, you do realize your shirt's backwards and inside out. Oh, yep. Sorry. That's so funny. Blow up costume, Minecraft or dragon. Yeah. That would be really cool. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, like a Minecraft one for sure. 100% Dragon Tribe, Freebird. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. Oh, good night, KJ Mac. Yes, I'll be on tonight. KJ Mac, I'm off to bed. Good night and afternoon, everyone. Hey, Kiki, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh, did you get a membership, Canadian True Crime 2024? That's awesome. Yay. Allegedly, they also requested from SSW one particular area, allegedly, in my opinion. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Bonfire has Sebastian shirts. They will arrive by September 23rd. Right, it is in October. It's at the end of October too. Yeah, see, that won't be bad. Actually, you're right, Busy Mama. I wasn't thinking of it like that. But you're right. Yeah, so you should be able to get them from there too. Yeah. I want to get like bracelets. I don't know. We got to think of a bunch of different things to do. I mean, we could do like a whole spirit week, you know? Aw, love you too, Kiki. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you. Aw, how sweet. Oh, hey, Lori. Thank you for being number 71. Thank you for being here. Bonfire.com. But it can't be that expensive. Like, I wonder if I was to order like the little bracelets that do just say like Sebastian's Army or Sebastian Rogers something. Aren't those really cheap? I thought they were pretty cheap to get. But I know shipping and all of that stuff. Oh, okay. A local one. Yeah. Well, and I know you can have like custom tees made too, Mom. And remember the puff paint ones and stuff that we used to do when we were kids? Oh, that was fun. Full moon you can see outside, in my opinion. Yeah. Even, especially if it's like super dark in the neighborhood, the moon would really help with visibility, right? I mean, you know, I'm no expert. I can't even say it. I don't know if it's waning gibbous or gibbous, but you know, it's a full moon to me. Freebird says, take care, Lady Freedom. Yes, I got to pick up my son. God bless you and thanks. Yes, Freebird, let's get together. Email me definitely, and or I'll shoot you an email, and we'll get together. Because yeah, I think the more of us that show up, the better. Thank you, Busy Mama. Busy, does it really take that long to come? I'm not sure. I can't remember where I got the first before I made them. I'll check when I can. I think my text messed up. Well, and you know, like even taking a flyer and like pinning it to like your purse or something. Like my purse, I should show you guys, but I mean, I could definitely pin it to pin it to my purse. Because I think that was an awesome idea, Mom, and that you had with the tote. Detroit says a neighbor said that they saw a figure in the living room window around 11:30 allegedly. Okay. Yeah. And that would still put Katie awake like around the time she said, like, because remember she said that, you know, it was around midnight and, you know, she was studying and she was talking to Chris and she was falling asleep. Oh, Katie, that story is terrible. It is as bad as the Ola story. It is. In my opinion, it is. Ola was a little bit worse because, I mean, she really left it all up to the imagination. Ola punch. Don't remember anything after that. Mom and said it would be there by September 23rd. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that's not bad at all. Green caps. Yeah. Absolutely, Kimberly. That is a great, great idea. All green, right? I like the shirts with the black and green. Thank you, Kiki, for being number 76. Thank you. Lori. Oh, bless, no notification. Oh my gosh. And you know, I did it like 30 minutes. No, I did it like 45 minutes and then I pushed it 15 minutes. So I'm sorry. Yeah, because we had the rain and then while it was on, the landscaper guy came through, was like, you know. Oh yes, absolutely. Hey Jude. Absolutely. 100. I gotta also get Detroit back too, because I noticed the other day, I'm like, how come Detroit isn't blue? It's because I freaking blocked Detroit the one time. I did that on accident, just like poor Cinderella. I'm like, what the heck? So yeah, if you guys ever feel wrongfully blocked or, you know, something like that, just let me know, because it's probably something I clicked on the wrong button. Well, I need to see the trash can footage to confirm whether it's Sebastian or not. Then I will state my conclusive theory. Yeah. And I still want to bring in Seclusion Works. I need to get that video or that live stream, and convert it to a shorter one. I really enjoyed what Seclusion had to say. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember now. They are for their booty wipes. Kiki, their booty wipes. Oh my lord. No. Honestly, they're like wet wipes for adults. No, they're not. They're for if you have too much barbecue, right? Oh my god. They're the wet wipes that you get at the table when you need to wipe your hands because of the ribs, right? Please don't tell me they're for real butt wipes. Oh, I'm way too immature for this one. You can wear Sebastian's teacher if you want under the First Amendment. T-shirt if you want under the First Amendment. Absolutely, Deborah. They can't change anything. Like if we're wearing whatever we want, right? Like we could deck ourselves out in green and all of that. I have contacted Dude Wipes with a poster and question about a booth. Yay, Little Red. Little Red. Are they really butt wipes? Tell me they're not butt wipes. Tell me they are not butt wipes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Little Red. We're going to get them. I'm going to get them all together. I think I am just going to do a Google Doc. I think that's the best way to do it. Just all of the, everyone we can contact, and let's get started, Lime pickles. I like pickles. And shit. Yeah, no, they don't. And there are more of us than there are of them. Lisa B. always. Absolutely. I'm sorry. It's public. I saw the Dude Wipe guys on Shark Tank. No way. I can't believe I didn't see that. Detroit. I love Shark Tank. That's one of my favorite shows. Honestly, I love it. Like, I get so into it. Barbara Corcoran. I love that lady. Oh, snap. Have you had them before? Lime pickles are very farm country. No, I've never had a lime pickle before. They sound really good, though. I don't like the sweet pickles. I'm not a huge fan of that. But I do like the spicy pickles. I like the spicy pickles that are sweet. Does that make sense? Like if they're sweet pickles, like the bread and butter ones, but I've had them like habanero, those are really good. I just like dill pickles all the way. But let me know what kind of pickles you guys like in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. And, do you use Dude Wipes to wipe your hands when you're done eating the pickles? Oh, I need one of those shirts, Kiki. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be tied up for funds, because I do want to go for this pig fest. But, oh my God, I need to have an Ola shirt because I'll be wearing it up here, girl. That is hilarious to me that lady thought she was going to pass on that shit story. I want one, though, with the inmates, that are ready to get her. And they say, hola, in her face, uh-oh, oh, shit. I have a local vendor going to help me with merch, lady, if you need some. Oh, awesome, Kiki. Yeah, I'd love to get together on that, too. Yeah, because I want to do something fun like that, like maybe coffee cups or something. Hey, Mama Grace. Yeah, I want to do that. Totally. I was looking for people to kind of help me navigate through that because it is tough, like, the logistics of everything. And I'm like, hell, I can't be making t-shirts like some of these creators do. And I don't know how they find the time to do it. I really don't. Jay Zolly says hats. Hats are a good idea. That's what I was thinking too, but I was like, it would kind of be rude if I was sitting at the table eating that steak with a hat. But, then again, Chris likes to wear his hat indoors all the time. So I think I probably fit right in there, except for, Sebastian's smiling face right on my hat. on the sides too. Watch an interview 3 times, no sound, then watch an interview 3 times with only sound, third time both to catch a liar. Ooh, interesting, Deborah. I love that. I love that concept, right? Because you're taking it, you're watching the interview, no sound, so you're paying attention specifically to body language. Then you're watching it a second time. You're only listening, right? You close your eyes, right? You're imagining. Great idea. And then the third time with both to catch a liar. Very cool, Deborah. I think that's awesome. Maybe we'll try doing something like that on the show. That would be something that's really, really interesting and fun, I think. Great idea. Thank you. It's getting a good feel for it. Hey, even the Texas Roadhouse video, guys. I mean, can you feel it? Can you see it without hearing anything going on? You can totally, in my opinion, feel and see what's happening at the table. It's very interesting. Thank you, Lil Red, for hitting that like button. Thank you. Everyone wear green. I'm telling you, I like to wear black a lot. Like, that's my main color that I really like to wear. But I'll wear green for Sebastian. Mama it up. Hey there, good to see you. Did you see my message? Sorry, guys. Private conversation. Here I go. Ron Burgundy. Sonia from Mod BHB makes t-shirts. She's in Tennessee. Oh, that's right. Lisa B. Always. I forget about Sonia, and I don't mean to, because I've seen her shirts. She does a really nice job, actually. She really does. Yes, we need to wrench Mama Grace over there. I could probably do. Let's see. I did it before with Mama Risa. Hold on. Oh, of course, you kicked me off of here, you little stink butt. This other phone really gets me. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's still on there. All right, let me see if I can do this. If I go to my channel. All right, here we go. Live. Click on here. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Mama Grace should be modded. No. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I see you in blue now. Oh, good. Oh, good. Great. Okay. Where's Detroit? Okay, I see. Sorry, guys. Get some housekeeping out of the way. I'm sorry about that. And thank you, Hey Jude. See, that's why I love having Hey Jude, because she's always keeping me on task over here. Seth says he has more shirts. Someone was saying giving out green rubber bracelets that say Sebastian Strong at the last vigil. Maybe Seth has more green ribbons. That's a good one too. Green ribbons. Yeah, absolutely. And guys, around this time of year, the green lights are out because of Halloween. They have like the purple lights. They have the green lights. I have to make a sauce later. I have about 500 tomatoes to cook down. Oh, that sounds so good, Detroit. I love homemade sauce. Oh my gosh, but I know it takes a while, huh? Yum, that sounds so good. My nephew is the exact same height, weight, and age as Sebastian, and his favorite color is apple green also. Oh, Deborah, that's so sweet. See, those are the kinds of things too, that we could always write in the letters to make them more personal. Green glow bracelets. Yeah, glow in the dark would be good for a night concert with the Oak Ridge Boys, since it's going to be dark early. Yes, or even like the glow stick bracelets, or the ones that you can turn into glow sticks. Or glow sticks you can turn into a bracelet, more like. Can you set up a group email for us that want to go? Yes, I will. I will do that. Mimi Ma, yeah. And if you guys put it in the subject line, just put Pigfest in the subject line when you email me, and we'll get it together. I unknowingly sat on a Three Musketeers bar. My daughter noticed it when we were standing in line to get our bingo cards at the casino. I had to go to the gift shop and buy a new T-shirt before bingo. Was it lucky for you? Was that a good omen, Linda? Did you win? Hola, Eric. I want a billboard say on my shirt. Yeah, really. Silence is red rum is what, If they say no flyers, Lori says, okay, they can't tell you what to wear. And I think lots of walking around with Sebastian's T-shirt would be really cool. Yeah, because and I understand if they don't want us to hand out the flyers, so be it. But there's other things we can do. They're made for cucumbers, but soaked in lime and water overnight before pickling juices and spices are cooked in. Oh, wow. That sounds so good. Thank you. Thanks. Hey, Jude. Can you set up a booth outside? The people will be in the parking lot for the festival. Well, see, that's what kind of started all of this talk about it, is because someone wanted to do that. So they were asking permission. But then they were told no. Oh, geez, Gabby, they are backside wipes. Oh, Lord. But don't women have butts to wipe too? I guess I'm confused about these butt wipes. Hey, Jude's confirming. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Do they have like special stuff for like hemorrhoids or whatever? Just wondering. For butt hurtness, for CP. Diane says butt wipes perfect for CP. He is a butt wipe. That's what I said too. Diana, go, what? Ass wipes for the ass wipe? What? Oh, Lord. Help us. Bring bail money. Deborah. Oh, no. We will, Mimima, we will do good for bail money. Craddock would keep us, in my opinion. Right? No, exactly. He'd want us out of there as quick as possible. He'd be trying to ticket us and get our butts out of there. And we won't do anything that's, unsavory. We're just there to spread awareness, If their asses are chapped, they got their ass wipes to help them along. I don't know what else to say to them. I was so sad being blocked Cinderella. I was sad too. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I do think of you guys when you're not here. But I don't get mad or anything. I'm not like, oh, where's Cinderella? I'm mad at her now. She ain't been in here in a while. But then I'm like thinking, oh, I hope everything's good. And, but then I find out that I blocked some. I'm like, oh my. They're flushable. Diane says they are flushable butt wipes. Google it, y'all. Oh my gosh. I failed to research, Diane. I failed to research. And I thought you weren't supposed to flush none of that stuff in the toilet. Oh my God. I don't want them to touch me in my no parts. It's scary for a woman in Sumner County if you get pinched, man. It's scary. Look, according to BHB, the women that were getting pinched in Sumner County, and I also saw recently that they gave someone else an unwarranted DUI in Sumner County, another one, which is bringing them up to 7,000 unwarranted DUIs in the area. But yeah, they were saying, I lost my train of thought. Now this part's not funny, because they were saying that the police officers were making the women, do sexual favors, and I don't even know if it's a favor. It's more of a snuggle struggle. Like an absolute snuggle struggle going down, and Sheriff Craddock, he's just sitting there dancing like the damn devil. What better than a butt wipe as a main sponsor for barbecue? Okay, so if you guys remember that skit on Dave Chappelle, okay, he's over there farting his ass off, and He just ate a bunch of ribs. All right. Kiki. Sometimes my cat walks across the street, my tablet screen, and reports and blocks people. Reports. Your cat's over there blocking people. I love that. That's too funny. Sorry about that if it happens because me and Linda. Your cat's like, this is ridiculous. I never liked this person, block. I just pictured like a big orange cat doing that. I don't know if your cat's orange or not. You guys are cracking me up. Eric says, LOL, right? Doing the catwalk. And she does her little block on the catwalk. Gabby says, is it possible to set a flyer booth near where people will be parking for the festival? You know, I don't know the layout of everything, but I don't see where it would be unlawful if you were in, if you were on a public easement or if you were in a public space where, there was room for it and it wasn't blocking anything. I don't see how they could say anything. It would be like, it would, fall under the right to, assemble and things like that. Hey, Sasha, we're just laughing about the official sponsor for Pig Fest. And it's not, wipes that you use to wipe the barbecue sauce off your hands. It's to take care of yourself later when it comes out the other end. And I don't really know what to say. That's what I do. It's very smart. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Ooh, good. Lots of cucumbers. I love cucumbers, too. I think that's probably why I like pickles. I also like to make tzatziki from the little cucumbers. Like the little ones are so good for that. Ooh, yeah. I do want to watch that body language from Daniel and Janie. I do, too, Sasha. It's hard to watch. I know. I do wear black a lot too. I do. I used to only wear that. Like I was really bad. People are, you don't even wear any color, do you? I'm like, not really. Sebastian Rogers hats. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I do. I was thinking about every way we could deck ourselves out. Kiki, Mama Grace. Wipes are wipes, hands, face, ass, barbecue sauce, pickles. Detroit. Could you picture somebody using that on their face and it's supposed to be for your ass? Oh my god. Kiki. You got me dying over here, you guys. I seriously thought they were for the, like they were going to have them at the festival, man wipes, because men like barbecue sauce, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a man. I have no idea what you guys really like. I don't know how to figure you guys out. Oh boy, I'm just kidding. Okay, at the festival. But what about outside the festival? They ban flyers for the whole state. They can't do that. Right. That's good thinking, Gabby. They can't. It's here's the thing about a flyer. You give it to the person. If they don't want it, they can give it back to you. Like, it's not, if you're following them around, like, take it, that could be a little bit, maybe seen as harassing and, behavior. But if you're just like, hey, there's this little boy missing, would you mind taking this? I had people that were like, hey, I'll take 2 of them and I'll post one of them up at my church and we'll pray for Sebastian. And I'm like, oh my God, that's fantastic, right? Really was awesome. If I were able to go to Pig Fest, I would have to go to the Texas Roadhouse, just saying. I know, Grace. Well, and another thing is, too, is I was like, where is that college at? So I can go look at that 1,000-page document they got over there. I got a lot of reasons to come to Tennessee. I do. Detroit. Yeah. Oh yeah, they have hotels there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to go. It just seems like they have some good causes too. Lady Child. I love when Grace calls me Lady Child. That's so cute. We use green food coloring for our lime pickles. Very green. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, that is a great idea. Ah, yeah. Why couldn't you do like a bake sale tent or something like that and do like green Rice Krispie treats and green like everything? Oh my gosh. Sugar cookies with green icing on them. I mean, there's so many things you could do. Is the festival parking? Is it owned by the festival? Then maybe they will allow it. Well, and I mean, they have like an event where they're doing painted spaces in the parking lot. We kind of went over that, and you know kind of pay for a spot. Um, I think Seth does have more braces too, Grace Paris. I do think so too. Oh yay, Kiki! 11 more likes to 100. Aw, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. We have a festival every year, but the parking is owned by local homes and other parking lots. So it's just an idea. I know what you're saying though. Yeah, Gabby, because like there's like spots where, the parking lot is owned by someone else, but they allow for people to park, or, you have to pay like whatever, $5 to park, something like that. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, Grace, I'm gonna drive. I don't do well with flying. Like, I mean, I'll do it, and it'd probably be like a really quick flight. But yeah, I was gonna drive because it's a straight shot up I-75, and I shouldn't get lost. I shouldn't get lost. Um, they said no passing out flyers. The T-shirts will be great if no flyers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've heard that they said no passing out flyers there, because I mean they could like say it's solicitation is what I'm guessing, but why do they care? I mean, what's the deal? No need to do it in Nashville in front of the hotels. Oh, okay. We need to do it in front of the Nashville hotels. There's a bunch down through there, even out in Hendersonville, I believe. Um, T-shirts are the best idea, I think, yeah, because I mean they can't tell you what to wear. I'm gonna see if I can get a sitter. Yeah, Kiki, that would be great. That would be great. Ooh, lots of tomatoes. That's so awesome. I love garden fresh tomatoes. Those are the best ones. My dad used to grow the best tomatoes, guys. I mean, just the best. It's possible Sebastian is under our nose. It is possible, Sasha. It's very possible. And especially when we think of other patterns, people, they tend to keep their secrets close to them. They sometimes even go check on their secrets. They sometimes keep trinkets from their secrets. Trophies, if you will. I mean, that's my way of thinking, Grace. It's our rights to be able to pass that out. Now, inside the event, I don't know. You know, they have femme wipes for females and manly wipes for men. That's terrible. I hate to think that we're that different, or that our booties are that different. Oh my god. No, I'm probably behind. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes. We all have to get out there. Hey, Elisa P, what are they going to do if hundreds of people go to the festival and hand out flyers? They can't boot them that many people out, right? And even more so with the T-shirts, right? Or a hat or a bracelet. Like, they can't tell people what to wear. That's such a good point, though. I mean, it'd be hard to police all of that, especially when they're trying to have a good time and get down with some barbecue and butt wipes. Well, maybe they already looked into it, but if the parking isn't owned by the festival, then they may not be able to stop people from passing out flyers near the parking lot. I don't think they could. I think that would be, something, interesting accidents happen. I still have no clue why all the abuse is ignored. It's very perplexing. It is. Well, and I mean, more and more of it keeps coming out, right? And it's like happening at the schools, Sasha. That's what really gets me. Happening in, with the police officers themselves. And we know how Sheriff feels about the word rape. Elisa said, or Grace says, Elisa, that would be great. And trying to arrest 100 people. Yeah, really. They wouldn't do it. It would be totally against, it would be against, our, the Constitution. Nobody should ever have asked the head of the stupid festival if they could hand out flyers. They should have just done it. Yeah. What is it? What is that saying? Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness later, or something like that. Something like that.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. Thank you. I don't like the feel of the TBH. Oh, yes. Grace, that's what everyone needs to do. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's really creepy, Sasha, and weird. And you would think, like, if you're going into the jail, I mean, but they were saying, like, you'd get out of trouble or whatever, if you do ABC with the D. I would stand off the festival property and pass out whatever I want as long as it's not against the law. Yeah, sure. And we want to stay in the right, like two wrongs don't make a right. Always stay in the right. That kind of thing is so important to remember. Even though we're so passionate. I mean, I did that on the way down when I was going into the bathrooms and stuff and like rest areas. I was just posting the flyers up. Nobody said anything. I didn't even ask. I just putting them up. It is backwards. It is Little Red. Yeah, just start talking to strangers and handing them out. Yeah, I agree, Elisa, because I mean, you can't do anything. I mean, they can't do anything about that. Oh no, is that really what it says? Best clean pants down, like hands down. Oh my gosh. Lady Freedom saying CP Wolf still has me rolling. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. That's really awesome. Did I say that yesterday? Oh Lord. Stop asking officials for permission, people. I know. Well, because they don't want it. They don't want it to go down. They don't. Yeah, because you'll never get it. And that's so unfortunate. I do think it's nice of them to ask, but I mean, yeah, I know. Show poodles, thank you. Aw. I like when you guys make me giggle, seriously, because sometimes I get so revved up and shame on them for not giving approval. Shame. I know. It's just a little booth outside. It's not like people are going to be yelling and hollering and, I love it when you get the giggles. Show poodles. Who was in here the other day? Oh gosh, I laughed so hard I started snorting. I'm like, oh, that's bad. It is really all the odd local law enforcement. They don't take the crime scene off. Yeah, they don't bring cadaver dogs. They let the perps lead them around. Yeah, the nose is very bizarre. I agree. Yeah, lead them along by the nose. I think so too, because I thought that might have been a tactic, like, oh yeah, let CP ride around, right, and then watch his reaction, or see if he has any type of reaction to any spots that they may drive past. But it seems like they were like legit being buddy with them and going giving them updates if they weren't, Mama, busy mama, I had no idea that they were really butt wipes. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy cow, Little Red. Your dog ordered a Louis Vuitton? Holy cow, off the iPad? It was the 1,000 I didn't want to spend. Was it a pretty bag, though? They have some nice bags with Louis Vuittons are nice. That's too funny. I love that. I could just see Jack over there ordering stuff for you. He's like, this is my mom's taste. She likes expensive things. Here we go. That's what everybody else needs to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. We do. We need to just keep on trucking along, passing out those flyers. Kiki says, I'll be handing out the flyers. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. That's what I don't understand. I only asked twice because I thought I missed it. I didn't realize it was behind a bit. Oh, no worries, Gabby. No worries at all. We have to ask these questions. They said we could ask the school, and I think Lolly is working on that. Oh, great. Great. Yes, I need to reach out to Lolly still. I do. I have not. It's not unlawful to give a person a missing person flyer. No, it's not. No. And I mean, if they accept it, they accept it. Did anyone check with the local Crime Stoppers program? I have not done that yet either, Little Red, but I wrote it down. I did write it down. Well, it's a fitting sponsor for Sepia Wipe. Are they medicated in any way? No, I'm just kidding. Hand them out in front of the sheriff's department. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And I wonder if Seth did. I forgot to ask him if he had flyers that day. Or, well, any of the days he was out there, I should say. That county is like Stepford Wives. Yes, Elisa. Seriously, F those people. Oh my gosh. It's frustrating as hell. A Red Sebastian t-shirt? Oh, cool, Little Red. I mean, hell, we can make t-shirts in any kind of color. I mean, those people sure wouldn't stop me from doing things. No, especially if you're staying within, the law. That's the best thing we can do is just stay within the law, do the right thing, because they're the ones that are going to look like ass wipes, Nisi Marie says, Lady Freedom is the Pig Fest supporting again. Is it for the children? I gotta know. I was thinking if it's for the children in that county, then something's not right to support all the children. So the ones that are the charities that are going to benefit from Pigfest are local charities that do have to do with children, like the local shelter. Yeah. Mary's Magical Playground, I think it's called. I'm trying to think of the absolute correct. And then Live Love Nashville is another one. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up for you guys. No, not the one in Lakeland, Florida. I want the one in Sumner County. No, that's Lakeland. Okay, probably because I have to do Henderson. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's one in Lakeland, here in Lakeland, Florida. I also thought about joining the competition and making some, barbecue myself. Because, you can be a competitor at Ribfest, and enter into the competition. There's a competition also, like a chili cook-off, but barbecue. Musical royalty. Okay, here we go. Let me share this with you guys so you guys can see it. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Yeah, so just to answer your question too, our lovely Nisi Marie, we got, October to the 23rd it starts, guys, right? And then here are some of the sponsors. Dude Wipes is the butt wipes. Now, sponsors. Exterior Solutions Group, pool leak detection and repair, Gary Force Acura, Ultimate Party Store, Platinum sponsors, right? We got Creative Group, Ignite Your Digital Marketing, blah, blah, blah. Gold sponsors, right? Here are all of the sponsors. Freedom Title Services, right? Scott and Tanner Cologne, bleh. Probably what SF wears. Tennessee Erosion Control, Duneback Contractors, Serve Pro, Restoration Construction, right? Pest Solutions, I don't know. Oh yeah, here's Wally Gilliam. This is one of Craddock's buddies right here, guys. Right here. Sure is. And I showed you guys last night on my video. And that video was from 10 months ago. I thought it was a year, but it was 10 months ago. Wally Gilliam, Realty and Auctioneer. Hey, bada, swing bada. Right. Here's how to become a sponsor. And here's the tiers of sponsorship, right? So at the top level, we have Pitmaster title sponsor. That's $10,000. Platinum sponsors, 7.5K. Gold sponsors, 5K. Right? And those are the things that you'd be sponsoring. You know, pig races, tents, parking, entertainment, stage awards. Then we have gold with Kids Zone, parking palette paint, LED screens. And then here is who it's benefiting. So Mary's Magical Place, which is a playground geared towards children who have special needs, right? We also have, hold on. Christmas for Kids, right? Nisi Marie, Live Love Nashville. They were also the ones that were helping out with searches and food and donating food and things like that to Sebastian's search. Lots of connections here, guys. And then Grace Place is for children and families. It's like a domestic violence shelter, from my understanding, without deep diving into it, right? So this is all of what you get for your sponsorship. So naming rights, logo awards, recognition and press materials, featured sponsored area, logo and digital ads, LED recognition on the big screen. Where is Sebastian? Where is Sebastian on the big screen? Where is his sponsorship? He needs recognition. He needs to be out there. Logo on the website, recognition and award ceremony. Oh, bravo. You gave $10,000 and someone's going to give you an award for that? Are you kidding me? Featured social media, Friday night sponsored tent tickets. That's what you get for $10,000, folks. All of these recognitions and crap, right? If you give $7,500, you just don't get the naming rights, but you get everything else here, right? Everything else we see here. Sponsors that do $5,000 will not have their logos on the awards or naming rights, but they'll have all the other benefits, right? And we see how it goes. $2,500, right? Even down to this. Now, if you're $100, a friend of PigFest, you get recognition at the award ceremony and featured on social media. And then you get 2 tickets, right, to the event. So the Friday night event, if you're a $10,000 sponsor, you get 20, right? 7,500, excuse me, 10, 8, 6, 4, blah, 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 going down, right? You can see it here. So, but it does. It's benefiting children's charities. In my opinion. Eric, I'm all about the marketing too. I understand. It does sound, and especially if they were on Shark Tank, you have to come up with that whole pitch and everything. Yeah. Yeah, marketing genius. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is kind of what we're seeing, guys, for this. And I'm going to have to hop off in a little bit here, but I'd like to keep on going just to kind of show you guys a few other little things that we went over the other night. But in no way, shape, or form do I see Katie and Chris on here unless they've done, because here's the thing. If we look back on this, sorry for scrolling up and then down again. Uh, excuse me. So if we see this, we would see their name on the stuff if they had given any of these big amounts, right? Featured sponsored area, right? So they could have given 1,000 and we'd see them on the recognition, but I doubt it. They may have given 100 to be a friend of Pigfest, and then they would have got 2 tickets, and that's all they need because they're kidless. They're kidless. They don't have kids to bring to the kid tent, to the kid zone, to paint the parking lot. I think Sebastian would have loved that, but they're kidless. They are kidless. Don't have to worry about kids. They can go have a good old time. Have a ball. Now, the vendors are sold out, right? So they have no more spots for vendors. But becoming a vendor at Pigfest will support Mary's Magical Place, Grace Place, Live Love Nashville, and Christmas for Kids. The 5th annual Hendersonville Pig Fest will be hosted at Veterans Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee, October 23rd through 25th, 2025. This year's event includes a Thursday night silent auction, steak dinner, Friday night concert, and the competition running on Saturday with food trucks, vendors, more live music, parking, pallet painting, and a kid zone, and a live pig race. Right? And this is all on their website, and I just typed it in, right? Past results, I don't know. Shirley Boys won the Blazers. Let's see. Looks like these are all the people who won anything but. God, they just love butts and wipes and pork in here. I don't know what to think. Yikes. Oh, somebody can become a judge if they like. Oh boy, you gotta fill out this application though. You gotta give all your information to be a judge. So really interesting stuff here. Thank you for applying, and let's see. All judges must be available from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. We anticipate a total of 50 cook teams competing for more than $5,000 in total prize money. Judges selected will be notified about a month before the event so that they can plan accordingly. The festival committee will evaluate each judge application for any of the more important, for more information or questions. Contact Andy Gilly. Andy Gilly at hvilent.org. Right? There's Mr. Gilly. Judges will receive 2 tickets to the Friday night concert along with a 2025 commemorative judges pin. Well, hot dog. There you go. You guys want to get a hold of Mr. Andy Gilly? See if he's having some lunches with Chris and Katie. Yeah, Kiki, I'm going to make it there. Come hell or high water, I'll be there. The Pig Fest is right by the Texas Roadhouse, and the Hampton Inn is right there, too. Oh, nice, Diane. Nice. I hope you can read iPhone Ebonics, damn typo L cell phones. I love slang. No. They can strip us. Grace. That's funny. That'd be hilarious. But then you have body paint that says Sebastian's still missing. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Sonia, good to see you. Thank you for being here. We were just talking about, I love your t-shirts, by the way. We were talking about t-shirts, and then somebody said, Sonia makes t-shirts. And I said, yeah, she does. She does a good job, too. That's where I would land in jail. Pasco, collect 200. Oh, Lord. We need a jail. We need a bail committee, please. Anyone that would like to be a part of the Pigfest Get the Creators Out of Jail Fund, please send it to. No, I'm just kidding. Sonia, Seth sent me over to see my designs for banners, and they look good. Oh yeah, you did these. You did the banners. Oh my gosh, Sonia, beautiful job. Like seriously. Oh, here's my big head. Hold on. Get my big head out of there. Wow, guys, look. I think the American flag in green is so awesome. Like, that is the coolest. Very cool idea. Whoever's idea that is. And then Sebastian with the moon. Oh my gosh, guys. Thank you so much, Sonia. I mean, like, you can tell your heart is in it. Gabby says, all I know is CP's words still ring in my ears. We need a big event to help all missing children. Thank you, Gabby. I was listening to something the other day and I was throwing a fit because of that. You're right. You're right. One comes along and they do what? That's right. We all know they know. Shaking my head. In my opinion, I know. The minute that they have the chance, right, they deny it. And then Craddock's like, well, I don't have anything to do with that. Well, bull crap. Bull crap. I don't believe him. Dennis Sprague says, Denise, rather, if we can't hand out flyers, t-shirts that say, ask me about Sebastian would be amazing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even going up to people and saying, hey, how are you? My name's Trisha. Nice to meet you. Did you know that Sebastian's still missing? I have no problem talking to anybody, guys. Anybody that knows me knows that. Anybody that's taken me up to the gas station and I'm talking to my friend at the counter knows that, right? How you doing? How's your family? What's going on? I have no problem talking to anyone. I'm not scared. They clearly don't want. That's why I did so well in real estate, because the real estate agents are like, wow, you call the leads and you're not afraid to call anybody. Nope, not afraid to talk to anybody either. Even if it's a, I don't care if it's $1 trillion mansion. I'll call them and talk to them. Hey, you want to list your home with us? Can I send out a real estate agent to talk to you? That's what I did when I very first started. So yeah, I'm never afraid to call or talk, and I'm never afraid for people to tell me no. Yay, Kiki. Okay, let's have a Steel Magnolias party. Hold on, let's play it. Give me 1 second. I'll put it up here. Oh, here. I'll put it on here. It's already loaded here.
Weezer, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
That looks like an autopsy.
Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion. I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. Lord, I wish I could understand. I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard.
Here, hit this. Go ahead, Malin. Slopper.
Are you crazy?
Hit her.
Are you high, Clary?
We'll sell t-shirts saying I slapped Weezer Boudreaux. Hit her. Weezer, this is your chance to do something for your fellow man. Knock her lights out, Malin.
Let go of me.
But y'all don't say that.
Malin, you just missed a chance of a lifetime. Have a chickapin parish and give the eye teeth to take a whack of Weezer.
You are a pig from hell.
Weezer, I was just kidding. Come back. Oh.
Weezer, what brings you here? Shut up.
not a very Christian thing to do. And now you gotta lighten up.
If you can't say anything nice about anybody, come sit by me.
It's like two pigs fighting under a blanket.
A girl is fair game until there's a ring on it. And I mean a wedding ring. An engagement ring just means she's ready for one more mistake. Okay, this is perfect. Watch this.
Sometimes I wish I was smooth like Zahid. Of all the people I know, he's the best at girls.
Thanks, Weezy. Nothing like a good piece of ass.
And that's how you do it. Now, I'm gonna go hide in the back because that guy said he's gonna kick my ass and he has a neck tattoo, so...
I am pleasant. Damn it! I just saw Drum eating in this morning at the Piggly Wiggly, and I smiled at the son of a bitch, for I could help myself.
Honey, time marches on, and eventually you realize it's marching across your face.
All right, guys. So that was our Steel Magnolias party. Thank you for hitting the like button and getting us up to 100 today on the stream. That's so fantastic. That is so fantastic. And Gabby, I agree. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Pigfest is for the children and they refuse to allow missing child's poster. This needs to be spread all over. Give them a bad name. How hypocritical. I mean, I agree. And Gloria, I agree too. Thank you for being here and thank you for your prayers for Sebastian. Yes, the flyers are great. I don't know why people take them down. It's got to be out of guilt or they don't want to know, you know? Yeah, just be careful. Just and you know, and don't we got to follow the rules, right? That's the biggest thing. Following the rules. And we'll never go wrong. They can't do anything then. Deborah says the way police dogs work is they track ground disturbance of the last person to walk on the certain pathway. Police dogs do not take the scent of a missing person in the trail, only the scent. Only that scent, excuse me. Thank you, Elisa P, for that. Absolutely. I mean, and that's something to think about too, you guys. That one sponsor, oh my Lord, Kiki. Kiki, oh my. Hey, Pink Warrior, good to see you. Good to see you, good to see you. Reminds me of Oktoberfest. Yeah. Yeah, Deborah. And for police dogs to be effective at tracking the last person walking the pathway. Well, and that's it too, because yeah, they're following the scent, right? And when they lose the scent, it's typically because whoever they're following got into a vehicle or something like that, right? So police dogs are last tracking dogs. Well, and they said that the ones that they had out there were not scent specific, right? I mean, I would think we would be able to sponsor to pass things out. Or what if we had barbecue and we were one of the competitors and then we were just passing out flyers with the barbecue? Here's some barbecue, here's some awareness. Barbecue awareness butt wipes. Not you, Chris. Man butt wipes. For real men. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Holly, yes, these sponsors should want to help with Sebastian. I understand they may not want Sebastian to take over the whole festival. Okay, fine. But they should want at least flyers as as it is in their community. I know. There should be no problem with it, right? It's no harm, no foul, you would think. That's what makes me really weirded out by this stuff. Because it's strange, right? It's actually a park for children who have special needs. The Mary's Magical Place, I think it's called. Sorry, I always say it wrong, guys, and I apologize if I do. I'm not trying to get it wrong. I'm not. Okay. This is not what I wanted. Vendors, sponsors. There we go. Where's our Mary's Magical Place? Here we go. Mary's Magical Place, right here. I support Mary's Magical Place, where all the Mary's friends can play, right? And it's got a little one on a wheelchair, you know, riding in a wheelchair, right? Another little guy in a swing, right? Really, really cute. Can I click on this? Is this a live link? It's not. I know I was supposed to hop off of here, but let me look. See, this is what happens when I go down a little rabbit hole like this. Mary's Magical Place. Okay. Open new tab to the right. Yeah. To the right, to the right. Mary's Magical. Ooh. All right, here we go. Website. Let me just do a switcheroo here. Remove, blah, 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 da, da, da. Okay. Mary's Magical Place. Oh, I don't want that. No. I don't want you. Get out of here. How do I get this to go away? Okay, there we go. Go away. Tap download to start. Okay, I don't know if that's like a virtual, but look at that. That looks like really fun. And it looks like a lot of fun sensory play equipment for the kids who would enjoy that. They're open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can see all of their hours, right? They're open 7 days a week, guys, because these kids like to go and do things when they're on the spectrum, right? If we're talking about a child who's on the spectrum, it's great to have it 7 days a week so you can go anytime you'd like, right? Park and playground. Is this a live link? No. 140 Scotch Street, Hendersonville. Now, they have a park and a playground, wheelchair accessible entrance, wheelchair accessible parking, public restrooms, slide swings, right? Why do they have promotion codes all over this? This is weird. Capital One. Our children love this park. Also enjoy trying the skate park. There are many different activities to do all in one spot. The bike trails leads to the park, and I think it continues into a residential neighborhood. We could spend hours playing here. I bet. That looks like so much fun for those beautiful children. Looks like a safe place for them to have a good time. I don't understand why it has promotions. Maybe you have to pay to get in or something. Oh, unfortunately, this information is unavailable for prices. It's not a great website. I think they should probably, get some better pictures and things like that up. But, that's it. So that's one of the people that's the charities that will benefit from Pigfest. They did shut the booths down right after, allegedly. That's what I heard. Yeah, the $100 sponsorship. Yeah, Kiki, for sure. Welcome to the mod squad, Grace Paris. Mama Grace is a mod. Thank you so much for modding. I really appreciate all the mods, everybody in here, all the Bush people. Much love. Chris will probably buy a booth for himself and say kisses, $5. He loves himself so much. Oh, Holly S. Oh, man. Oh, a kissing booth with CP. Blah. The Christmas for Kids is a cool fundraiser in Hendersonville when the public can see the tour buses of country music stars. Oh, cool, Diane. I didn't know what that was. That is really neat. Wow. How sweet of them to do that, the country music stars to do that. You know? Brenda says, wonder how many of them will donate to the sheriff's campaign for re-election. Ew. Grody. I wonder that too now that you said it. What level are you doing, lady? Oh boy, I'm gonna do the level of stay off of giving them any money, and I'm gonna put it towards flyers and green shirts and everything I can for Sebastian. They're not getting a red set from me. Speaking of red, I'm telling you now, there needs to be protesters at every single campaign event for Craddock. I agree with that, Elisa P. I do. Because the people's voices need to be heard. He ran unopposed. Don't get it wrong. I adore good law enforcement. Absolutely. So do I, Sasha. So do I. Oh, definitely. Most definitely I do. Oh, Kiki, thank you so much for your super sticker, chat idea. We needed to do the $100 sponsorships and say, let's one for Sebastian or one for Sebastian. That's interesting. If we do the $100 one. Also look into the billboards near the festival and pay for prime time Sebastian missing screen time. Gabby, that's a good idea. That is a really good idea. People need to mobilize in the county. They have to do it. You know, that's one thing that I have to really just hit home from what Betty said. You know, we don't live there, so we don't have as much pull, right? I mean, we do as the public, but they have the most, and they have to do it, you know? Find Sebastian because they announce it. Oh, I got you, Kiki. Okay, yeah. All right, we got to get together and look into that. We got to get into that. We got to get looking at that. Why don't we collect and sponsor Sebastian's Army at the $100 level? Yeah, Mimi Ma. Let's look into that. If the shoe fits. If the shoe fits, wear it. Yes, Mimi Ma, that's not that bad. It isn't really at all. Because they do announce his name. I got what you guys are saying. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm wondering too, Elisa. Because look, you have to fill out all of this information. That's the thing too. But I see what you guys are saying now because I'm like, oh, I'm not giving them fools any money, you know. But I know what you mean. My brother saw Tanya Tucker at Dollywood. Oh, how cool! I love Tanya Tucker. What, running to hug her? I said, you made us look silly. She should be paying you, Grace. That's funny. I would boycott every single one of those sponsors. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Yeah, me too, Eric. I'm all for the children's charities, but what is Sebastian's? And Sebastian being represented by these charities, in my opinion, Sebastian should be the headliner. Yeah, I mean, you know, at the very least, here's Chris and Katie on Queen Bee talking months ago, back in May of last year, right? And they're talking about how they want to do these big events and they want to have Sebastian put on the Jumbotrons at all these different places. And they never did any of that. And they never wanted to do any of that, in my opinion. Here's their chance, and they're not. I agree completely. Yeah, he absolutely is not. Maybe that's why they could get a booth all sold out. That's a good point, Little Red. Or they just shut it down and they're only offering it to local people that call. You know, is it true that everything's sold out? Oh no, hold on, we just had one open up. You know, kind of a thing. Someone needs to call. Yeah, Kiki, yes, someone needs to call and ask if the vendors are still welcome. Or how do we get into be a competitor? You know? It would be great if we could find a local that owned a business by the event and we buy a huge banner of their building for everyone at the event to see. Yeah, that would be a great idea, Brenda. Well, and also, you know, I've been known to make my own barbecue sauce, so there's that. I love to cook. if anybody could get a smoker and we can get it down there, you guys can help me out with it. I mean, there's so many options that we can do. They're trying to raise money for the county orphanage. They're trying to make it there. Oh, and that county orphanage is really weird. Like Kiki did a lot of research on it. We've both been. There's a lot to that too, Lisa. There really is. They like butts and they cannot lie. And we cannot deny. Eric Craddock is trying to deny. Oh, Lord. Brenda, agree. In my opinion, one of the teacher's husbands or something is bound to have strong business that could do that. Why is like one single person not doing anything? It's glaring. Right. Good point, Holly S. Big butts. Elisa says they just got $108 million for orphanages there. Or Kiki says to Elisa, I mean, million. You need Dr. Evil as their mascot. The thought of barbecue butt wipes and porta potties makes me feel so uneasy. Same. Holly asks something about it. Government funds. Yeah. Yep, they're all friends. They're all buddies with CP's mother, her brother, and CP's cousin DG. True story. Yep. Don't forget to write to our friendly Andy Gilliam. Or Gilly, sorry. Not to be confused with Walter Gilliam, who's friends with Eric Craddock on Facebook. Allegedly from my screenshot. I'm not a fan of treating live animals like that. Oh, yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, too. Like, there's like little pigs running by you and you're eating some barbecue pig. Andy Gilly even the name sounds like a good old boy. I agree, Holly. Wonder if we can get lunch with them. I wonder if they'd have a lunch with us, Kiki. Oh, that's a good question. Elisa P says, is Andy Gilly related to Mickey Gilly? I don't know. Andy Gilly, Mickey Gilly. Bet he is. You're welcome, Sonia. Sorry, guys. I'm so far behind in the chat. The creators out of jail fund. Wow, that is so cool, Sonia. Oh, my Lord. That is so neat. That is so cool. I've always loved country music, but it's funny. Those country stars don't do anything to advocate for missing kids there. Yeah, I know. I love country music too, Elisa, because it tells a story. That's why I always liked it. Yes, please, Sonia. Please let us know. Really beautiful, Kiki. Really beautiful. Thank you, Gabby, for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Dragon Tribe. Thank you. Yeah, every little bit, guys, that we can do to figure this out, because this is crazy. Sasha says, I typically only follow the Amber Alerts because they have become more than I expected. Unfortunately, I thought Michael Vaughn would be found within the hour. Oh, I know, Sasha. And what of those four? What of those four? I know a bondsman that we could call there. Oh my gosh, I'm planning on being on my best worst behavior. No, I'm just kidding. Kiki, yes, Gabby, we do need one of those. Yes. Yay, hey Jude, thank you. As I am a native Texan, I prefer a different style of barbecue. Shredded pork butt was never a thing. Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's funny. It's like, it depends on the sauce. Like, I mean, I do, it's just not my favorite, that's all. But I mean, Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did you guys get the link for that? Mm. Sasha says, I see these cases are right off the bat of the influx of migration of criminals and cartels members into the country. It was, if we really look at it, at Rogers, Strain, Harris, and Vaughn, Wells, the timing is odd. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Sasha. I do. It is odd. And then these children are like, what? Poof, never found? What the heck? Oh, I love that movie so much. Yes, Steel Magnolias is great, right, Eric? Oh my goodness, such a great movie. You should put KP's face on it. Oh no, take a whack at Weezer. I feel like Katie's acting like Weezer, and we need her to stop acting like Weezer. Oh my goodness, or Weeza. They call her Weeza. That's so hilarious. We need to wear cams, body cams. GoPros. We need GoPros. Piggly Wiggly. Such a funny and a sad movie, right, Sonia? It is. It is. Oh, hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, guys. Hey, Pink. Yeah, Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. Oh, after school momming. After school. Oh, I hope everybody had a great school day today. It's hump day. It's middle of the week. Diane says, I need to ask Worsham's Beach Market why they keep removing the flyer from the front door. Last time I stopped by last week, there was a missing cat poster. I remember you saying that, where Sebastian's used to be. What the heck? People cannot be that sick and demented. Twisted. I mean, come on. I probably don't even need to say it here because you guys know. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. And if you want to email me too, your link, I will post it tonight in the chat. Sebastian, if they, and thank you so much for being here, Sonia. I really appreciate everything you do for Sebastian. You just do such a beautiful job, and you could just see that you put your heart into it. Like, I could feel it. Whoever made those signs, I was wondering who did that, whose design that was. So thank you. Aw, thanks for the green hearts, Brenda. Put a recipe on one side of the flyer. There you go, Valley Girl. That's such a great idea. Or Valley Gal. Such a great idea. Hey, Veronica. Hello. Y'all could wear your t-shirts inside out, and then once you get inside, go to the restroom, change them back. And that way they can't say anything on the way in. You're already in. Oh, that is so true, Veronica. It reminds me of when you're younger and you change your clothes after you leave your house so your parents don't see what you're wearing out. Oh, Lord. Sonia, send the info. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey Jude is on it. And I'm behind, so thanks, guys. Isn't it the park Taylor Swift made for kids? I don't know. The Mary's Magical Place? Maybe it is. Perfectly Perfect. I didn't know about that. Bobby, good to see you, Bobby. This is still America. They can't tell me what the hell to wear and not wear. Exactly, Bobby. That's my thing. All the way. All the way. And they should be glad that we're spreading awareness. They shouldn't want to hide it. That really bothers me. You could even put Mary's Magical Place on the t-shirt also. Oh, yeah. Add the charities. That's a good idea. I'm not against the charities, guys. Not even Live Love Nashville. I just think it's weird that they were the ones providing all of the food and stuff for the search, and now they're tied to this, and it just all seems intertwined and intermingled. Kiki says, "I'm sorry. I'm all about helping children, but I don't understand if a park is already built, then why would you need to raise money for it to add on?" Good point, Kiki. That's a really good question. That is a really good question. And especially if you have to pay to get into the park. Because I thought it was for free. But, you know, it just showed me all of, like, even when I went to their website, all of the coupons and stuff were on there in order to, you know, tap to download. Maybe I have to download it. I have to download a whole different browser to get into it. Promotion codes available. Look. Capital One, coupon finding, whatever. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. It says add. But, like, as we're going through all of it. PDF, you know, downloader, all of this. And I can't even click on the picture to see it better. Do you guys see that other tab? See, it doesn't show. Visual search. Weird. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll have to look more into all of this too. Because I haven't, you know, obviously done my due diligence. Luke Donwells. Morons. Sasha. They sure are. Okay, Holly S says, I guess to maintain it and stuff, but I totally agree. Seems like everything is a reason to make money, and the freaking children's park should absolutely raise awareness for Sebastian. I agree, especially if it's for children who have, you know, special needs, because, like, with Sebastian, you know, he did have the, or he does have the pocket of fluid on his brain and things like that, so a safer park would be great for him, right? And then to meet other kids on the spectrum. Like, it's just like a place to meet, you know, other families and kids, you know? Sasha, we'd never dream of it. He's not going to campaign if he's unopposed. God, what a joke. They won't do anything. Hendersonville is number 14 in the state for tourism and revenue. Bobby, good point. Great point. We could deport Chris. Holly S. Lady Freedom, have you ever heard anything else about the new DA that's coming in? Only that Betty said she did a little bit of research, and he's second in line to Ray Whitley. So it seems like we might just be getting another good old boy, you know, handpicked by the last administration, if you will. Is Grace Place affiliated with Grace Baptist? Just wondering, because Grace Baptist is the one where they had the suit against for the boy Solomon. Oh, Grant, remember? Yes, may not be affiliated at all. I'm not sure. Grace Place, Grace Baptist, Grace affiliated, Grace Baptist. Okay. Yeah, Solomon, Grant. Oh my gosh, that story. Grant Solomon's really sad, guys. We need to cover that too here. Yeah, QR code for Sebastian on barbecue recommendations flyer. Yeah, I mean, any of that. All of these are great ideas. All of these are great ideas. Yeah, they're obviously okay with it, right, Brenda? And they want us to be quiet about it. That's what I can't understand. Like, why do they want us to be so, you know, why don't they want to spread awareness? Hey, JH, aloha. Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom, if someone sent me a list of questions, I can call and ask. I have local numbers. Okay, yeah. If you guys have questions that you would like Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom to call, email them to me and put questions in the subject line, and I'll forward them to our friend Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. That would be great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for volunteering, you guys, to help too with this, because it is a lot. We need all hands on deck for this. We need to really show them what we're made of. You could always serve on Sebastian's plates or bowls. Oh, yeah. That's a really good idea, Veronica. How much you want to bet Chris would say law enforcement has advised us not to pass out flyers of famous? Oh man, if he starts using that one voice, like that really creepy one, they said I can run people over in the street. Sorry, I don't know. That was like a horrible, but I tried really hard on that. Perfectly, we definitely will. I mean, yeah, I think that's great. If we can get, same with you, Kiki. Like, if you want to put something out and forward them to me, I'll forward them over, or whatever. If you want to link up with Perfectly and Perfect Boy Mom, because I know, sometimes we have different followers and stuff, but if we can get like a big campaign running and, whatever we can do, because some people are really good at calling on the phone. Some people with local too, that's great. Oh, really? Pete has a home in Goodlettsville, Sumner County, in my opinion. Really, Valley Gale. I didn't know that. Interesting. I saw Eric Craddock rubbernecking on Pete Hedgepeth. Saw him rubbernecking like the little turd he is. Oh, did I say that out loud? I thought I was just thinking that in my head. Perfectly, do you have the email? Okay, yes. Thank you, Kiki. Yeah, an orphanage. Yes, Holly S. Yeah. Yeah. With it seems like dirty dealings too. I haven't heard that one yet. Sounds awful strange. All things considered, it really is. It's weird. It's like the thing of nightmares, And then you have higher ups. You're like, help, help, help. Well, they're all involved in it, In my opinion. Hey, Mama, good to see you. Kiki Lady has my email. Send the info, and I'll get all the info you need. I have to go in person and buy a ticket. I will. Okay, great. Perfectly and Perfect Boy Mom. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll get together for sure. Yeah. Let's all get together. Let's get together. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Perfectly and Perfect Boy Mom. I think Mickey Gilly is from Texas. The Parks and Recs Gilly is a local from Tennessee. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because, it's, you just never know. Yeah, spelled a little different, right? Dude wipes flooded my bedroom, not septic safe. 2 boys and a hub. The wipes have been banned in my house. Oh, Lord, Valley Gal, that's so funny. Yeah, you cannot, you can't just, flush some things. None of them you can do that. You can't just flush them, Aw, Mama, thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Dragon Tribe. You already were part of the Dragon Tribe, but, aw. Yeah, definitely, Cece. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm making it there. I don't have everything ironed out. It's all for show. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And I want to be there for the whole thing. That way if people are going to go up there, I can still go up there and pass out flyers, wear my shirt. Brenda says if they really want to raise money, put a jail booth and pay to keep Chris and Katie locked up in the whole time. Great booth idea, Brenda. People would like that, I think. I think people would like that. Just not the people that are friends with them in higher up positions, in my opinion. It's pork shoulder, but it's called butt for some reason. True, Diane. Very true. Yes. What about Miley Cyrus's brother? They brought Sebastian Story to Lore Lodge. Hey, that's a good idea too. Getting Miley's brother involved, definitely. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Savannah Chrisley, Kane Brown, Reese Witherspoon, Keith Urban, Faith Hill, and so many others live in Nashville, Hendersonville, Franklin, etc., all within 45 minutes. Wow. That's really interesting. I wonder if they attend big events like this or if they don't. Obviously, it would be a big deal. The no to dude. Just say no to dude wipes, How you doing? Good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Probably cousins. Yeah, perhaps cousins, right? Oh, Dolly Parton. She's my favorite. I love Dolly. I just love her. I've always loved her. I love how she could tell somebody off in such a nice way. It's the best ever. School tomorrow for us. Thank God. I'm exhausted. Oh, good. Is it the first day for you guys, Bobby? I know some people start different times. It's not no. It wasn't a dash cam. Mimi Ma. No, it was not. Yeah, none of these people are advocating for missing kids in Tennessee. Summer Wells too. Layla Santinello. I know she's not a kid, but she would be to me. She's old enough to be my daughter. She could be my daughter. Hey, that would be the smart timing, having a recorder or something. Someone could squeeze in between and get the goods. Right? Exactly. Oh yeah. I have that covered. Jelly Roll and Bunny would be a great one to reach out. I've messaged Taylor Swift and Savannah Chrisley before with no answer, but at least I tried. Yes, thank you, Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. I think Taylor Swift would be a good person, but I know she just got engaged to Travis Kelce and all that, so I don't know. They're probably in the throes of wedded bliss or whatever the hell. I'm happy for them, though. I mean, obviously, it's just, I wish them all the best. But maybe they're going to be busy with that and stuff. And then I know, obviously, football season is here, and Travis is probably really busy with that. But I think Jelly Roll would probably do it. And I really think, too, that getting to Bunny would probably be the one to keep, get to Jelly Roll, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Grace. I know I'm gonna have to get off here too, but I've just enjoyed talking with you guys. Yeah, Elisa, he's a Christian. He's a good guy. The others aren't. Well, and that's a big difference. I will say that, in terms of pulling on the heartstrings. Hey, Carla, good to see you. And I don't care what anyone says. I truly believe that guy Tyler Fella was shut down. Oh yeah. That's, I was reminded of him too when they were like, oh, they're going after the pastor, blah blah blah. Well, I'm Catholic, and I know that there's people that prey on the Catholic religion to become a priest in order for them to do bad things. It's just like a police officer. There's some people that grow up, as little kids. I'm going to be a police officer, and I'm going to do right and everything like that, but then there's also ones that are like, I want to be a police officer so I can have the power of the badge. I mean, so you could use everything for good or bad. Oh no, Elisa doesn't like Taylor Swift at all. She does not like, neither does Holly. She's just forced on us. Holly, yes, you guys. You guys crack me up. Corruption hides very well. It does, JH. You're right about that. Oh, we were looking at Pigfest, Mama, just to take a look at the sponsors and see, what all that is. What's going on with it. Because, I haven't looked fully into it, but oh, I know. I noticed that with that one lady. I forget what her name was. She has like a fart song. I don't know. That lady is weird. Ain't nothing but a fart or something very strange. Lady Freedom is a fan, though, so we can disagree over here and don't start acting crazy. Oh, yes, that's hilarious. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no, I've always liked Taylor Swift. I have always liked her. Tamale Jelly Roll, he's in Nashville now. Wow. Yeah, he is. He is in Nashville, I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. Oh. A barbecue picnic for the swearing in of a public servant who was not even elected in. That is cringe. He's been assistant since the 90s. Oh my Lord. Oh, is it the White Sox guy? Basketball player. Oh. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think I might have the name on the tip of my tongue, but I would try Bunny. She has a soft spot for kids and she's advocated for local kids before. Okay, perfectly imperfect boy mom. That's great. Thank you. I know. Elisa, I know. Guilty pleasure over here. I did post them again, when they hit their. Oh, Carla, that's a Shaq. Thank you, Elisa. That's who I was thinking of, was Shaq. But I was also thinking of another guy. Yeah. Brenda says the town's leadership reminds me of the mayor in Jaws that said the beach was safe to reopen. Shaq. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lisa P. Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, and he is humongous, right? He's a big old guy. And another phone, did Green Hoodie give to KP another phone? I have to go, or they have to geofence those people. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I don't know. She gave her something. It seemed very strange. Very strange. They remind me of Stepford Wives movie. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. Yeah, not Kobe Bryant. Not Kobe. Yeah, he went. I was going to say Kobe. Lisa said it for me. Kobe, yeah. Yeah. No LeBron. Yeah. No LeBron. Narita says, if I'm not mistaken, I heard Mary's Magical Place is a place Sebastian liked to go. Yeah. That's what my understanding was too, Narita. Thank you. Yeah, you're absolutely right from what I know. Yes, please, no politics in the chat. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Look out, Joe. I put poor Joe in timeout because of politics the one night. Oh, Lord. I'm so glad he's here, though. I'm glad he forgave me. Miley is great, but she would just distract from things. She'd come in like a wrecking ball. I don't think Taylor would do it. I will say that about her. I think she's kind of in her own little world right now. Keith Burfield lives in Nashville. Well, Miley's brother was the one that helped with getting the Lore Lodge on board. I really think that the vigil at a second generation construction and dedicating truck wraps with Sebastian's face will help a lot. And also maybe a gathering in Gallatin by Kathy's and yeah. I mean, they need to, if they want to forget, we got to help them remember. I think Jelly Roll would do it, and also Ryan Upchurch. Although I don't know if Upchurch would, after what was done to him by SF and the Kylie Rodney. See, I agree with that, Elisa. That's honestly why I haven't really reached out to him about Sebastian, because I thought about it. But I agree. Bobby says, what are we wanting to do to them? Or what are we wanting them to do? Just need to know before I start making phone calls. I mean, I want them to ask for help, and I think that's what Seth was trying to do, is get help. Yeah, everybody should go have dinner at the Roadhouse and go back roading. I'm down. It's been a while. We don't have back roads here really that I know of. Yeah, Valley Gal says Heritage. I heard the same. No, I agree with you, Sasha. I agree with you. Well, and that's one thing that bothers me about, Upchurch. No, not bothers me about Upchurch, just that, I wonder if he'd still be willing to help with things, seeing as how he was treated in the first time he tried to help. I can't believe she's going to marry that fool, Joe. He's a rowdy one. Jelly Roll is such a good guy. Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people know Jelly. I think a lot of people do. Bunny is Jelly Roll's wife. It's a lot easier to get in touch with her than she has a podcast that covers true crime. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know she had a podcast that did that. Wow. I would be the latter. Upchurch verified the location jammer issue in Nashville. We need to check into this considering our potential CP perps location at the time. I agree. Joe loves Tay-Tay. I can only try to ask him. I really hope Danny Guy cares. I think he would be more one of the caring ones. I do. It is a cute name, Bunny. I do like that. She's very beautiful too. Bunny is. Yeah, he's related. He is. Yeah. He sure is. He sure is. Let me get a little caught up in chat. Has Jason Aldean spoken up against civilians having military rifles? I don't know. Wasn't it his concert that was there was the shooting at his concert, I think? Yeah, Jelly Roll's great. Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom says, fun fact, Jelly Roll used to hang out on my town square and I would roll my eyes at him because I couldn't stand his rap music and his criminal behavior. That's funny. Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom. How can they say no, it's a great idea. He will be helping CP and KP find their beloved child, of course. See? Well, and they did bring that up, that they emailed. I thought Bunny did share Sebastian's flyer from what I heard. I didn't know she had a true crime podcast, though. That's really interesting to me. I'd like to go, show her some support. They don't want him found, unfortunately, Carla. My gosh. I know, and that's what kills me, too. It really does. Raise money for the truck wraps. Danny Guy will love it, Sasha says. Oh, no worries. Thank you for being here, Kiki. I appreciate you, girl. Joe. Yes. Little Miss Sharon says, Lady Freedom did that, not us. Joe, I'm glad you're here. No, I love having everybody here. We all can have differences of opinion. That was decades ago when he was selling his mixed CDs. Oh man, wow, he's been around a while then, huh? Which one is Jelly Roll, the chunky dude with the face tats? Yes. Well, Post Malone also, but Jelly Roll he's a little bit fluffier, I think. Oh, I sure will. Give me 1 second. Oh, thank you for Bunny's info. Okay, great. All right, I'm gonna share it out to you guys. I'm gonna get together that like a Word doc or a Google Doc or something for us to have all the information on. That way we can just grab it from there. Yeah, that is true. Massacre Joe. That is a better word for it. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, and I do remember that. Yeah, I do. That was terrible. Is that a yes or no, people? Because this is big. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to do in terms of we got to keep spreading awareness. We don't know. Sebastian could be found today. He could be found tomorrow. We don't know. He could be found before Pig Fest, God willing. And that's one thing I just want to share too, because before I get off of here, Seth was in our chat the other night, right? We're trying to get ideas, right, about Pig Fest and all of that. And, he cannot think beyond the point of Sebastian being found, right? He just wants him found. That's all. It's so like easy. It's not hard. It's not that hard. What do we do to find him? What can we do? Right. So it just breaks my heart, but I appreciate you guys all so much for being here. I'm going to come back on tonight, probably around 11:30. So I will be back on. But I look forward to speaking with you guys later and bringing in some more information. Let me see what I can do. We might just do another chat and, not have anything really prepared for tonight, because I would rather get kind of that letter writing campaign put together, some of the people that we should be writing to, emails if I can find them. and all of that. Everyone is looking for Sebastian, so why not Mr. Guy? That's a great question, Sasha. Yeah, and if you guys have ideas, if you guys have questions for Perfectly Imperfect Boy Mom, you know, send them to me in an email, but always just put in the subject line whatever it is that it's pertaining to that we talk to on the show. That way I know which ones are which, you know. Happy Hump Day, Babs. I'm glad to have you. Thank you for being here. GA64. Oh, great. Thank you, GA64. Yeah, it's just so obvious. Just like Grandma's real estate business, she could be putting out flyers in her on her ads. Absolutely, sharing out the information, but she's not. She's just not. You know. Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Love you very much. I will see you guys later tonight.